I'm checking in.
Shoot it.
We are in the midst of Lori trying to catch something.
Hurry, Mom.
On Animal Crossing.
I didn't.
Grab your slingshot.
What is it?
All
is
right.
it a fish or what is
No,
it?
there's a balloon in the sky that's carrying a present right now.
Oh.
And Mom's trying to shoot it. Did you miss it? You didn't get it.
I didn't.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my
So we went through all this just for her not to get the present.
The anxiety.
Wow.
Yeah.
I am not the most skilled.
That's brutal.
Yeah.
But I do have the most fun.
Well, guys, welcome to the apocalypse.
Welcome to lockdown day number 11.
Is it 11?
Yeah, it is.
It's 11. Well,
Stay
11
11.
since bars and everything else is closed. We're actually officially only been locked down for 2 days, I think, But the interesting thing we talked about is that I think we're seeing more people outside since the lockdown.
Yeah.
100%.
Than we did before the lockdown.
I think this is why. I think people are starting to have a mentality of, you know what, fuck it. If I'm going to go out, I'm going to go out living my best
On
life.
my own terms. I don't know. I think that's my parents' theory, not that I'm happy about it.
Dude,
They're going out?
Well,
Look-
they just are like, yeah.
Dude,
if
these
it's my
old
time,
people are
it's my
crazy,
time. And
right?
I'm like, well, maybe you should just stay in.
Yeah, because, like,
Yeah.
I'm 20, right?
Not go to Walmart.
If I got it, chances are I'll be fine, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But you are 75.
Yeah, it's not
You've
good.
probably had more beers than hours I've been alive. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
You're in that age bracket where if you catch it, you're gone.
Speaking of it, excuse me, I'm not. Hopefully, I don't have it. Having a hard time for a second here. Did you hear Prince Charles, who is 71, has it?
Who's that?
That's the heir to the throne of England.
Prince
just-
Charles?
Yeah, Prince Charles.
Wow, that's really good, though, for the son.
Yeah, the other one.
Exactly,
the other one, yeah.
because he'd be a lot
Yeah,
closer to
he
getting
probably
it.
gave it to him.
Yeah,
you know,
probably.
Put it in a spray bottle.
Yeah,
and
like,
spray it with it.
get him that thing. So
Corona.
we aren't going to talk a lot of Corona today because we all want to get a distraction from Corona, I believe, right?
Yes.
Yes.
But there's some interesting side effects that I think we can talk about, i.e. we'll get into
agree.
all kinds of different things. But there's some interesting side effects I think that are interesting. And Lori and I watched the other night something. I don't even know where we saw it. I don't know where we were watching. But, Jay, can you pull this shit up?
Yeah, you
pull
got
up monkeys
In Thailand.
in Thailand because of Corona or something like that. Something in that lines.
Corona
and there should be a
monkeys.
video.
Starving monkey gangs. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
it, man.
starving monkey gangs. So, yeah.
Look
So,
at
Oh,
that.
no way. That's that temple, right?
yeah. So what's going on is, of course, tourism, for the last, certainly every monkey's life, they've been getting fed by tourists.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now there's no tourists, so the monkeys have went batshit.
So
There's a
they
video.
are running.
Yeah, here's the
rampant
video. Yeah, check
in
that
the
video out.
cities looking for food. How terrifying
Look
would
at 'em.
this be if this is where you lived?
I mean,
Yeah.
I'd be scared shitless. Like
my
one
God.
monkey
That's
scares
crazy.
me, but like herds of them.
Said over 800 monkeys just attacking the citizens. Like,
They're just looking for
Yeah.
food.
what do you call it? Trevor Noah. He said something. Imagine being the one tourist with the banana.
Right.
yeah, if you want to go out, man, that was where we saw it on Trevor Noah.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah. That's where I'm getting all my news these days.
Yes. That's where I prefer to get a little humor with it.
I've made mention that I am no longer watching the news. I think I'm on day 5 or something like that,
last
like
night
day
we had
5.
ESPN on. That
Congratulations.
was a nice.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just
know.
dying right now. I mean, I'm so used to. I'm a person that's very curious about the world and what's going on in the world, and I want to know what's going on in the world.
You don't
but
know
I
what's
don't.
going on in the world.
Animal
Animal
Crossing.
This is what's
Crossing.
going on in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah.
Welcome to my world.
I find it better for my person to, because I do know what's going on in the world with Corona
Right.
and that contagious virus / disease.
Sure.
So that's all I need to know.
Yeah.
I'm staying inside, trying to touch less people as possible,
Yeah.
playing my game until I hear that it's cured.
Yeah.
That's all I need to know. I don't need to
Yeah.
know numbers. I don't
Yeah.
need to know none of that.
No, I agree with you, and we, yeah. I mean, that's why
It's hard.
It's hard because not only staying inside, but right now, obviously, that I'm not feeling good. It's got me stressed out, because we have stayed away from people, but we were open at the Reptarium before people were distancing. When we were open, there was still a 500 person, thing. They were just shutting things down.
Right.
And of course, that was 10 days ago. You know, so I was really, as of yesterday, I was still feeling good, you know, and so many people, someone asked how Jay was doing. Jay's doing well. Pretty much that the sickness kind of went through the whole building, really. Everyone got sick, but it was a sinus infection. And there was some, you didn't, right, but most people did. Almost
juice
never.
save me. OJ.
So it's been, you know, fever and sinus infection and stuff like that. And mine is respiratory. You know, my chest is bothering me a tremendous amount, and that concerns me. Not so. I mean, obviously, I'm concerned for myself, but I'm equally as concerned for everyone else around me, because, like you said, you've been staying away from people, and you know, I don't have a fever right now, so that's good. As long as I don't have a fever, I think I'm going to be okay. Jessica has a respiratory thing right now without a fever, so. Hopefully there's just some other crazy stuff. I don't want to bring everyone down, but let's just hope everything works out. And, you know, we're in that stage where it's very stressful, right?
So stressful.
Yeah, like even when Jay had the sinus infection, you know, I know Jay was saying, you know, you were saying how you were stressing out because, you know, even though none of the symptoms you were getting were corona-based, it's very taxing.
Right. Because, yeah, exactly. Just because there's this thing out there doesn't mean that other sicknesses go away.
Right.
Oh,
So
no,
what
yeah.
you're like, if you get a cold or a little
All you
congestion,
can think about is
that's
that.
all. Yeah, that's all you're thinking. Oh my God, I got it.
There was this
Rest-
one night
I'm
I
done.
had like, it was like panic, like, and you
Yeah.
know, I was trying everything to not pay attention to it. And I started getting shortness of breath because of panicking. And then now I'm thinking, oh, that's shortness of breath. That's something else. And like, it's just the best thing is to just fill your head with as much positive stuff and distract yourself.
Yeah. So anyways, let's distract then.
Let's
Enough
do
of that. And
I had another thing,
yeah.
animal related,
Okay.
that I had heard, which
Yeah.
I thought was a really good idea, and maybe the governor of Michigan should incite that. I believe it was Putin. He actually released hundreds of lions throughout the cities
That's
to
true.
enforce the stay at home.
That's smart. That sounds good.
That was
Yeah.
fake, but
No,
Yeah, it's
but
like-
it's a great idea,
is a good
isn't
idea.
it? Because
Yeah.
hey,
That is a good idea.
then if you're like, it's my time,
Yeah.
it's your time.
Let's
Like,
go, let's go hit up the Joe Exotic and get those tigers, man.
Yeah. Speaking of
What have
lions.
we been feeling our time?
Yeah,
Everyone
it's-
at the shop, man.
Yeah, I think everyone. I mean, everyone in the world now. It's
Yeah.
become when we first heard about the Tiger King. It wasn't a phenomenon. Of course, we know a lot of the people that are in the Tiger King.
That's what's so weird.
yeah.
Is not
Yeah.
only like watching the story,
Yeah.
but then also like knowing, like it's
like actually knowing the
hilarious
people.
and,
So
and disturbing
I
all at the same time.
my favorite part about it is that how they'll have these real dramatic things that happen in their real life,
Yeah.
and then Joe will make a music video about it.
Yeah.
He's just like,
oh my God,
that shit's so funny. After every scene, like it's like and end scene, and then
And
it
then
just like
there's his
fades to
video.
black.
Bye.
Yeah, it just fades into Joe Exotic singing. It's just so great.
I've said that you couldn't write the shit
No.
that's in that
that
series.
guy is
you know,
batshit crazy.
I mean, they're all crazy, really. You know, I mean, and
Yeah.
even some of the people that I know that are in it, and I won't talk about the personal thing, but I've learned things I didn't know. Like, I'm like, are you kidding me? Like, I had no
Yeah.
idea.
Yeah.
And it's definitely wild.
I was just blown away. Like, I don't know. I just had so many feelings watching that.
Mm-hmm.
Some of like enjoyment, others that like troubling. Because I'm just watching this thinking,
Yeah.
you interview, like you did this.
Yeah.
And you said these things. This isn't even like
On
they
film.
took,
Yeah,
they
on
didn't
film.
take what you say, like how sometimes media does and turns it into
No.
like, there's no false representation.
Yeah.
You put your crazy shit out there
Yeah.
knowing it was going to be on TV. Like,
Yeah.
I would
or
not.
wanting it to be on TV.
Right.
Correct?
I would
yeah.
not do that ever. And I
Yeah.
sure as hell wouldn't let you do that.
Well, no,
Like,
I mean, you know, I think that's what makes this so incredible is
Yeah.
that you know, like we're obviously friends with Mario, and most people believe, myself included, that he was, you know, he's Tony Mangoy or whatever it is.
Montana, but it's fine.
That's fine.
well, he did
Tony
the
Montana
interview.
from
and
yeah,
he
and he said yeah
he
from
said
from
some crazy shit in there.
yeah,
like,
from
just put it out
Scarface.
there.
Yeah, he's a Scarface dude, and that's been talked about for decades. You know, since Scarface came out, they said they basically looked at him as like the role model for Al Pacino.
That's awesome.
And it was interesting that he, you know, what he said about like the murder,
Yeah.
that he went to jail for, basically like, ma'am, what am I going to say, Maybe I didn't,
Yeah, it was shit happens.
But this is the thing. Out of all of the characters, he was the least.
Crazy.
Everybody else
Yeah.
was way crazier.
No,
than
I think,
he
other than
was.
Mario surprisingly talking about the murder, other than that, I think he was pretty good. I mean, he didn't come
For
off,
sure.
he didn't come off as a terrible person.
These other
whereas the other
people,
people
what
are
the
wild. So obviously, if you guys haven't watched The Tiger King, I would highly suggest it, and
It's
buckle
crazy.
up because
I didn't
It's a
watch
ride.
the end without
an emotional roller coaster.
Did I
no,
fall
there's
asleep?
one left. We're
Okay.
on the last one tonight. We'll watch
Because I thought you
it,
said
yeah.
you finished, and I'm like, well, I must have fell asleep.
Well, no, I
'cause-
originally thought there were 6 episodes, but there's actually 7
Okay.
episodes, and which is good. Real quick, Heavenly always supports us.
Heavenly knees, thank you.
Good that, and she asked
Thank you,
if
Heaven.
Jay was going well, and yes, I hope that we all stay healthy, and I hope everyone that is watching stays healthy. I appreciate you guys. I need Lori to explain Animal Crossing.
Oh, that's
boy,
a whole
gosh,
podcast
do we
in
have like
itself.
5 hours?
Actually,
Yeah.
Noah and I were talking
What?
about doing a whole Animal Crossing channel, right?
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea.
I want to make an Animal Crossing channel where it's just like us.
It's not a problem. It's not,
We're showing you our world, baby. We're showing you what we're doing. Make
You
little
have-
episodes.
You have no idea. Like, seriously, I think you need to find something. This is amazing. So
It's
the
great.
other day, I get home, Noah's home.
Yep.
Our daughter Jade FaceTimes us.
Yep.
Also FaceTimed in my brother.
Yep.
So all of us, our thing is propped up like here.
Yeah.
We're sitting on the couch. All 4 of us are talking together, playing together, going into each other's worlds for like
Yeah.
an hour and a half. You know
Yeah.
what? Social distancing, but still together.
Yeah.
It was
Yeah,
amazing.
It was fun. It was
It
a lot
is
of fun.
crazy. It is crazy the technology these days and how close you can get. I think that, I think they said that the internet was up, like the broadband usage is up like 12 to 20%.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
That
it's
is
gotta
the
be.
problem
Yeah,
is
12 to
because
20%.
when you're home, that's what most people are going to be doing.
Yeah, rather than seeing people, you're just FaceTiming them and hanging out with them. And even us, I mean, look at we're doing virtual tours every day and dealing with the internet there,
Yeah.
whether
Yeah,
it's
that's
Skype
been
or
crazy.
FaceTime. Yeah, I mean, it's been really cool. We really appreciate the support that people have had. It's been a wild time.
Definitely a learning curve.
Yeah,
and
it was a learning curve. Yeah,
experience.
it's a learning,
It's
not only how to
different.
do it. Yeah, because there's the interaction is completely different. It's pretty tiring, to be totally honest with you, because you're on an hour-long tour and it's like
You're not passing animals around.
yeah, 55
Yeah.
minutes is me talking,
Well,
and-
you're
and,
you've got to talk and interact, and the people, so they don't get the experience of actually holding and doing
Yeah.
that. So you're still trying to give the experience.
Yeah, I'm trying to do
so, like,
everything I think they would do,
Yeah.
whether it's
Yep.
looking at it, petting it, kind of whatever. And so it's been a really cool thing. It's been great. And I appreciate everyone kind of doing it because what's interesting is that my life for a very short period of time, just a couple days, slowed down a lot, and now it's kind of picked back up because of virtual tours,
because of your idea.
yeah, no, and listen, listen, I've told everyone, we're gonna lose money no matter what we do, right? I mean, we aren't gonna make, because we're closed. We have no one coming through the door. We got no one buying gifts. We've got no one spending money on feedings. So no matter what we do, we can't do tours or private events or school
Right.
accounts and stuff like that. So no matter what we do, we're gonna lose money. The question is can we put a little Band-Aid on it, and the less money we lose, the better. You know what I mean? It's like, we'll make it through it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're going to make through it. And we really appreciate people supporting us even through the
Yeah.
virtual tour
And
side.
the truth of the matter too is, honestly, almost every single person that has booked that I have talked to, you're giving somebody something to do.
Yeah,
Because
that's people
at
say,
this
yeah.
point, people are straight up losing their minds.
Yeah,
Locked in the
yeah,
house,
we're only-
not
yeah.
going to work, kids at home. So it is another outlet that, we can give to. So it's kind of cool that
Yeah, I mean,
we
I'm
can do
trying,
that
and that's why I hope tomorrow I
Yeah.
maybe have a little more energy, because up until today, I was like full bore ahead, like, this is great, let's keep doing Instagram lives and let's do as much as we can, because I felt such a responsibility to our community. I mean, I always tell people that we're very blessed to have people that follow us and support us. You as well. As someone that does social influencing for most of your career, we're very lucky. And it's our time to show our character and give back.
Yeah.
like I said, today I struggled a bit. I struggled, but probably struggling as much mentally as physically right now. So
speaking of support, not sure who did it, but somebody sent us a shit ton of candy today.
Oh my god, yeah, so much candy.
I saw that.
Three or four boxes. Didn't have a note. It just came to Brian and Lori. So thank you, but holy shit.
Yeah,
like the gyms are closed, people.
yeah. We've got lots of candy.
I'm not touching that stuff.
I know.
Boy, blowed up like a puffer fish.
It was good stuff too. Not like them shitty candy canes.
No, it was really good stuff. It was really good stuff. By the way, John Bronner, just for love, $10. Thanks, man.
Hey, thank you, Johnny Bully.
Thanks, and like I said, thank you guys, everyone, for joining us. Thank you guys. Heidi's in the house. Hey, Heidi, how are you? Obviously, they're dealing with stuff over in South Africa as well.
I think the whole world is.
Yeah, I don't think there's many places that aren't
at this point
doing something. Dramatic. I mean, I maybe North Korea.
But maybe they are, but they don't release anything anyways.
Right. Yeah. Was it you that told me that like you thought that there was some news story that someone came in the country and then they just killed them?
Yeah, we talked about that like 4 times on the podcast.
Oh, did we?
That's it. I had another animal-related story.
Another one.
To highlight some stuff. Did you guys hear about the elephants?
No.
That went into somewhere, I can't remember where it was because I'm the worst with stories. So they came into the villages because, again, they were looking for food. They ended up drinking, I believe, rice wine. They got drunk.
What?
And then they passed out.
Yeah, there it is. Elephants in China got drunk and passed out in garden.
Wow.
I think there's pictures, too.
Let's see this crap.
This is
That's
the crazy
crazy
animal shit that's
So
going on.
there's rice wine. Is that a thing? Like you can make wine out of rice.
Absolutely.
Oh, yeah. You can make wine out of anything.
Wine out of what? Really?
Yes.
Well, maybe not out of anything, but
no, but you can. There's Instapot recipes for wine. That
Really?
I'm researching.
Don't do that shit. That's gonna turn out so bad. Me and Dad, remember? I was like 8 years old.
It was a Christmas present.
Yeah, we did the beer.
Yeah, we made beer.
Well, here's the elephant sleeping
was
in the
horrible.
See, look at how cute they are. They just
all
passed out.
drunk and stuff.
They look so happy.
I know.
You know?
And that's what I say. You know what?
There's a
if
correlation.
You're feeling sad, just drink a little wine. You'll feel better.
There's a correlation between being drunk and happy.
Hey Jay, can you pull this shit up real quick for me?
You got
it. Toilet wine.
Oh,
Jail
no,
toilet
hell
wine.
no.
No, I mean you can make wine out of anything. I mean,
I'm
what
not
do they
gonna
make?
make wine in a toilet.
You want like a how-to?
Yeah,
like what's a recipe? Like what's
That's
a
like
recipe?
that. You're talking prison shit there.
I know.
Yeah, it's really easy.
Joe Exotic.
Prison wine.
Joe Exotic is probably there. So it looks like we just
He's probably making that now.
Okay,
so
here
there's
we
just
go.
some oranges, some
Look at
apples.
Wait.
10
Go
peeled-
up.
oh, wait, where?
Go up for a second. It's probably the last thing you ever want to drink. It said reminiscent of Mad Dog 2020.
Oh,
so
that's
anybody
good shit, man.
in my age range, when you were a teenager, knows how nasty that shit.
Yeah, Mad Dog was gross, man. I got drunk on Mad Dog once when I was like 16, and that cured me.
Yeah.
For being drunk.
It cured me. Yeah.
Bad.
It's one of those.
That
It's one of
grape
those.
shit was the worst.
This is a pretty good recipe though. Like it's pretty accurate.
Detailed.
Yeah, there's a pack of raisins. I mean, it's shit. You can make wine out of anything.
You don't need to use a toilet for that, though. How about
Yeah,
just
but
a-
it obviously makes
No.
it better. It's
Yeah,
more.
it's obvious, yeah.
And so I followed this guy on YouTube. I haven't watched him in a while, but he makes prison videos.
you showed me.
He got out
That
of
was
prison and he was like,
crazy.
"What the fuck do I do?" So he started making how to survive prison.
Oh, I've
videos.
seen those
Nice.
too. Yeah.
Nice.
And
nice.
he was talking about how he learned from his mistakes in prison from making toilet wine. He accidentally let the bag fill up with too much pressure because like
it
with the
explode?
yeast and stuff, it like makes
yeah.
it all it blows up real big. It blew up and there was wine all over his cell and shit.
Probably got in trouble.
I
They
see-
probably thought he got
I
murdered.
see a future. I see a future for Joe Exotic.
That's what I'm saying. Joe Exotic
he
has
was
his-
already trying
Exotic
to do
products,
The thing,
that's what it was
So
called.
now he can do the prison.
That's what it was called. Exotic products.
Yeah, I mean that's just
Toilet wine.
yeah. I think it works.
y'all.
I think it works. John actually did a tour with us. He said thanks for the virtual tour.
you,
He works
John.
at the Phoenix Herpetological
yeah.
Sanctuary.
Oh, I remember them.
You
They
had a
were
lot of
great
fun with
people.
that.
Yeah, it was a great.
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was. I mean, they all are good. But prayers for Mississippi. I don't know what's going on in Mississippi. I don't watch the news,
look it
so
up. Let's see.
I don't know if I even want to know what's going on in Mississippi.
let's keep out of
No,
it.
let's go ahead. Let's see.
All right.
Hopefully, it's not Corona based. I mean, not that I hope that there's some natural disaster, that hurts anybody, but.
See what
what's
the hell's
going on?
happening.
Yeah,
Mississippi News.
Mississippi News. What's going on?
Tornado.
Oh, it's a
Oh,
tornado.
it is actually
yeah,
a
tornado.
natural disaster.
Oh, that's too bad, man. I hope
Fuck.
that everyone's okay
Yeah,
down there.
they are in that.
I mean, can you imagine
that
with
belt.
all the shit that's going on now? The last thing you need is a tornado. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, but
God,
that's
can you
where
please
we're
fucking
at,
stop?
though. We're in spring now, and that's when this
I
shit
know,
unfortunately
man, and that's
starts,
so scary right now. We just don't need this crap, man. Let's just, can we put a hold on natural disasters for,
For
a
at
little
least a
bit?
couple
We can
weeks.
try.
Well-
Everybody pray a little harder.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was gonna say. You know what? Just give yourself a prayer to the Lord.
To the Lord.
Okay, because
Lord God
honestly,
Almighty.
Can you lead us in that?
honestly, because
Can you
I-
lead us in the prayer?
Here.
Yes.
Hold on, let's hold hands. Well,
No,
we probably
no,
shouldn't
no,
hold
no,
coronavirus.
I might have the virus.
Yeah. All right, let's virtually
Okay,
hold hands.
okay.
Everybody.
Dear sweet baby Jesus,
Jesus.
10 ounce.
9 pound.
Now,
Yeah.
baby
Jesus.
baby Jesus. I like the
the
picture
picture of my baby.
in a tuxedo.
'Cause I like to party.
You guys are going to hell.
Oh,
We were on our way anyway.
amen.
Yeah, no, I think it's I mean, we need hope, but it is a bummer. I mean, I saw there was like an earthquake last week, and that knocked out power. I don't think anyone really got hurt that much, but just sit back and think, man. The other day when the lights were flickering here, I almost had a panic attack. I'm like, and that was the day. That was the day that was snowing. It
Was that the same day?
Yeah.
Everything that you
It's
talk
just
about
great.
is so negative.
I know.
And so scary. and
I know, and the reason why is because you can tell that's obviously all that's on your brain.
Yeah.
You want it. Let us take control because
Yes.
we'll let you get some positive vibes because that's
Yeah.
all you think about.
Let's
is
go back
negativity.
to them drunk elephants.
I'm not thinking of all negativity at all.
Well,
I mean,
not just negativity, just like the
No,
scary
you know,
stuff.
the
Yeah.
bad
Like-
stuff.
Well, I mean, I do think of scary stuff, but I've been trying to stay away from it. Like I said, I'm trying to stay positive, and
There probably is. Is there like an app or there's got to be something
The
like
Calm
daily? Well, I know there's the Calm app, which you definitely need to download. but like where it's only the good shit, only the good, funny, whatever,
Like good news.
stuff.
Good
that
yeah, but
comes
that's the
in.
thing. I don't like that stuff.
Yeah,
like
but
I'm not.
He's deep. He's dark.
No,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
It's like I don't like. I'm not really like most comedies. I'm not into. I mean, some are, but
I
you
know.
what I mean? I
That's
don't
why we
like-
can't watch shit together.
I don't
'cause
like reading a lot of satire. I mean, like Kevin or Trevor Noah is really good. But other than that, there's not like Tosh.0 I'll watch. But I'm not a big like funny guy. This is
Maybe
jokes.
you need a little
life
bit more
isn't-
fun. in
Life
your
isn't
life.
about
Life
fucking
isn't
jokes.
Life isn't
No, it
about
is.
having fun.
It really
Life
is.
isn't
Let
about
me tell you, life right now is a fucking joke. Okay,
Literally, you can't make
Why you
this
gotta
shit
be so
up.
negative? Why you gotta be so negative?
you're the negative one. We're taking over. Wine and Animal Crossing, baby.
Yes.
Yeah.
I caught two. What the hell is it called? Sturmans. Oh no.
Sturgeons?
Sturgeons.
Starmans.
I caught me two sturgeons last night. 10 grand each.
10K, dude?
I made
shit.
20 G's.
You did not tell me
in
that.
2 fish.
Hell
Did you
no, 'cause
see?
you'd
I
be
sent,
asking for money.
I sent you the picture of that one I sent.
Yeah,
that I caught.
the oar fish.
Oh my god!
Oh,
it
yeah, the
was
oar. I
this
remember catching
big.
that.
I caught that sucker. I was
Listen,
so happy.
it's a dragon.
The reason why I haven't been, like on the Animal Crossing
Bandwagon?
huge bandwagon yet.
I know.
I'm down.
I'm
is-
buying you one.
No, I don't buy me one seriously
I'm
because
going
the
to.
problem is that
I'm gonna Amazon it.
I'm such an addicted person.
Yeah.
that
It'll get you through the next few weeks.
I agree.
And
yeah,
then
but,
we'll
but
rip it from
nothing
your
else will happen.
clutches.
There'll
That's
be
okay.
no vlog. There'll be no
It doesn't
no
matter.
breeding of
You'll
pythons.
be on the Animal Channel, the Animal Crossing
Animal
channel
Channel.
with us.
Yeah, it's called the ACC.
Animal Crossing.
It's not a bad one, dude.
Yeah.
It's
I
not a
like
bad idea. I mean, you think the people that were on the front end of Pokemon did really well for a while. As
Think
it's not-
about it. When this
Yeah.
first came out, it was a hard time for you
Yeah.
in life, and it got you through.
there was times where I'd stay up till like 5 a.m. Just,
Yes,
just
dude.
fishing.
I was so pissed
Just
because he
fishing.
did. He literally
ass.
caught every fucking
ass.
fish.
I know
I
it.
caught every fish you could. I went through the entire catalog. I caught every bug. There was every butterfly, every cockroach.
Crazy.
I caught every bird.
He's the OG of the
Yeah.
Damn,
Animal
dude, I didn't know it was like that.
Oh yeah, no, I had like
Yeah.
a mansion. I mean, I fucking.
You were crushing, huh?
Dude,
Yes.
I still have the GameCube
We
with
have
with
We
the
have the
cards
card.
because it's not on the cube. You have to
It's
get
on
the
the memory card.
Memory card.
Ah.
We have your memory card.
Oh man,
we'll load
was,
that boy
was,
up.
That was balling right there. You
Dude,
guys,
big
yeah,
ballin'
good
Brian,
luck for
dude.
you guys, man. I mean, you guys never hit my level of
I don't know.
greatness.
We'll see.
I don't know.
There's legend.
There's a couple weeks more of lock-in.
Legend,
Yeah.
legend is Brian Barczyk's actually still
Yeah,
fishing.
people, I still, I get recognized more when I travel around
For
Animal
Animal
Crossing than the vlog.
Oh my God!
Are you that guy?
You're the
Remember the guy that was like the champion of Donkey Kong or something like
Right.
that? He had like the
Donkey Kong
monkey.
champ.
Yeah, like the king of Donkey Kong. He had like
Yep.
the mullet, and so
Yep.
he looked like Joe Exotic a little bit.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's me, man. That's me.
I have a literal half a T-Rex right next to my bed
Oh,
in
that's
Animal
awesome.
Crossing.
That's cool.
Literally.
I like
So
that.
I'm working on
I like
that. Hopefully by the time-
Alexandria says, how did you meet Lori? And will you do a Q&A? I mean, yeah, well, we've done Q&As a lot and stuff
Didn't
like
we
that.
talk about this in the podcast?
Yeah, we did talk about
I
it,
think it's
yeah.
on the checking in clips too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
So
how
how
Brian
and Lori
you can
met.
yeah, and you can check out the checking
Yeah.
in clips, obviously.
Yep,
But
go
yeah,
look
we
on
met
that.
at a high school party. Well, I was not in high school. I was a year older, and you had just graduated.
Yep.
You just graduated. We went to the same high school, so
I
that's
was
how we
partying.
met. And that's
And it
what
was
there
my
was there.
birthday.
And it was your birthday, Crosby.
Hey.
Super excited for the virtual tour on Friday. Oh, you're going to be with me. Thank you so much. I
Yes.
appreciate you knowing Lori, which is the better regular Switch or the Switch Lite.
Well, I have the regular Switch.
And I have the Switch Lite
So
because this was the only one available.
So the
But-
Switch, this Switch is cool because so I can take off these, right? These little controllers right here, and then okay, the other one can come off too, but I'm not gonna do that right now. And then I can do this, and then I have a little stand, so I can hold my
okay.
thing right here, so I don't even have to
so
hold
you don't even have
it.
to hold
and
it. Jeez,
that
that's
one
lazy.
also can play on the TV.
Yes.
Yeah.
The Switch Lite is strictly handheld. So
Yep.
that's really
Okay.
the only
That's
differences
it.
between the two, other than the fact that in the stores, this is the only thing available.
Yeah, the
Yeah.
other ones are not
The
available,
others
right?
are
Well, yeah, I
not.
mean, you can imagine, the video. Well, the GameStop's taking a shitload of heat right now, right?
Why?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, so
Because,
much.
Well, I
Uh,
don't think they're open now. They
No?
were.
I think they're still open. Can
I
you
don't
see
think
it?
they
Yeah.
can.
Jay,
That's
can you
not
see if-
essential.
I hope I can see.
Video
don't
games
know.
are essential.
No,
I think should
not-
be essential in
not
this time.
according to Michigan. I looked on the thing.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
If you don't have like food,
No, it says-
groceries,
Store
It says-
closing,
yeah.
reduced hours.
But they have online. So
It says open now.
Wow.
It
so
says
it
Damn.
open
depends
now.
on where.
You never know
what
what these
state.
things,
Not all
so.
states are on
Yeah, because
lockdown.
there's times that
Not all states
People
are
come to the
lockdown.
Reptarium.
Yeah, it says online.
It says
you're
you're
open at
open.
10.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so-
Yeah.
that's our thing. They both work great, but that's the big difference. That
Yeah.
can play on the TV. This one can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So the other day when you guys were playing virtually with Noah or with Lori or
Jade.
Jade.
with
You'll
Jade
find
and-
it.
Her name
yeah,
is
whatever.
Jade.
With,
Her name is
with
Jade.
Phoebe and Zeus.
yeah.
could you see her game or no?
Oh, if I
Only-
was on her island.
Only if we were in the same
so if you're on
island.
your island, okay, got ya.
yeah, you can
Okay.
travel via plane.
Oh, okay, nice, very good.
So we were
That's
kind
it.
of doing that, going to each other's islands, but we
Okay.
also had the FaceTime, so it was like a kind of a whole.
It's like a whole
Yeah.
party.
Yeah,
I
it was.
know,
It was
fun.
a big party. It was
Yeah,
fun.
obviously today
Really, this is how we're going to spend Easter, just so you know. So
Heck
Trump
yeah.
says we're going to be open on Easter.
and
Which is what day?
no,
That's what he
the
says.
Michigan
Trump
thing
says he
goes
wants.
till the
Trump
day after.
says he wants the country open on Easter.
Well, guess what?
Which day
The
is
governor-
Easter?
It is the
Sunday
12th,
the 12th, and, we're
and she
closed till
put the
13th.
lock into the
It's-
13th.
I don't give a damn what she says.
That's why they did it.
Yeah.
Is to keep people, because think about
Yeah.
it.
Oh, my
Easter
goodness.
is when everybody goes.
Those
Like as soon
Satanists.
as I saw it,
Yeah,
I
she
looked at
probably-
the calendar and I saw.
She
no,
probably
I understand.
worships the
It
devil, the
honestly,
devil.
It
We need
makes
another
sense.
prayer.
It doesn't make sense. I want to catch some
Yeah,
eggs.
lead us in a prayer.
I
Lead
need
us in another prayer.
I need a
Noah.
money egg. I need that golden egg, baby.
That's right.
From
yeah.
who?
From Grammy.
Noah's like 20 years old and he's still out egg hunting
Yeah,
because his grandma puts 20
Damn
bucks
right.
in the egg,
Yeah.
man.
Last
Yeah.
year,
I go to all those little kid egg hunts.
Yeah, right.
I
Li-
just
last-
rake in the money.
literally last year. So I have a little cousin. I think he's like 13 now, 12 last year,
Should
something,
help,
something like that.
Easy,
And-
yeah, give or take.
And we saw the golden egg at the same time, and I literally pushed him over, and I grabbed it.
Yeah, yeah.
That's my boy.
I got
Got him right.
I got the money. I got the money, everybody.
Yeah, that's always good. Yeah. But I don't know.
If you're not
I think
first, you're last.
Exactly.
I think there's little to no chance we're going to be together on Easter.
No,
but
it's gonna be virtual.
there's always hope, right? So Barbara, stay positive and keep your smile on your
Hey,
face. Oh, sorry. I'll get
you,
back
Barbara.
to that.
Thanks,
Thank
Barb.
you so much, Barbara. Matthew says, check out Tiger King.
We
Yeah,
have
we
been.
just
All we talk about.
we talked about it to start
Crazy
the podcast. Definitely, everyone needs to. At Biggs Reptiles, we love every video you post in the podcast live. Thank you so much.
Thank
and
you,
lastly,
buddy.
your boy
Jayster.
Jayster.
Hey, Jason.
Would you get Rendingo? What?
Rodrigo.
Rodrigo.
Why'd you say Rodingo?
Predatory fins.
Oh,
or Blake
Rod from
Bear in the podcast. Who,
Yeah, so Rod
don't
is
know either one
Rod
of
is from Predatory Fins. And Blake, yes, 100%. I'd love to get both those on. As a matter of fact, today Tyler Nolan was supposed to be on the podcast today.
Oh, yeah,
he was supposed
that's
to come in yesterday. He was going to be with us a few days. Obviously, that didn't happen for apparent reasons.
I saw something on there.
What's that?
And that brings up a topic that I would like to talk about.
Oh boy.
So I was watching the last podcast
Okay.
of Noah and Eric.
Yes.
What happened?
And you were on that podcast.
For half of it, yes.
You were talking about Reptarium 3,
Yes.
which you're not supposed to.
No, I wasn't. But it wasn't on our podcast.
No,
It was his podcast.
Wasn't supposed to talk about it at all.
Okay, yep.
Until 2021.
Yep.
And
Yes.
there was some shit talk about a venomous wall.
We're not talking about this.
Oh,
this
Yeah, you
year,
said we're not
Noah.
allowed to talk
You're
about
right.
this
Listen,
until
We're not
until
talking
2021.
about it.
We're not gonna
because
talk about this.
That's what I'm saying. Hell to the no.
So,
we are a
so
hands-on
we can't-
reptile zoo.
So we can't
will
talk about
not
that till
have
next
that.
year. Yeah, Lori, I would love to discuss this with you, but
Right.
I've made a commitment.
That I won't talk
okay.
about this on the podcast.
You need to clarify this one in the checking in
Yeah.
clips. So you will shut the hell up and not be talking about Reptarium 3.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just putting the stamp right now. No venomous. All right,
I
we're
do
gonna end
think
it right there.
No,
no,
I think
no.
I think it'll be something we'll talk about later on.
You have a higher percentage of getting a sloth.
Ooh.
Oh, so you're saying there's a
okay.
chance.
That's
So you're
your-
saying there's
Whoa,
a chance.
there's a big
Which
chance.
is
That's
low.
the crowbar.
That's the
Which
trade-off.
is low.
That's a trade-off.
That's all
We
I'm saying.
That's fine.
We could put the venomous aisle off if we get a sloth.
I agree.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, that's fair.
There's
Yeah, I
no
think that's
if or
fair.
or. I'm
I
just
agree.
saying.
But that being said, my friend, seriously, my friend,
That's no
earlier this
friend.
week, no, this guy's a friend. Earlier this
not.
week, sloths are typically about 10 grand. Okay.
Okay.
He's got a young male right
Not a
now
friend.
for 6,000.
Okay, males
Wow.
are not the ones you want to get because they're bad.
Why?
And number two,
That's not true.
This friend, I don't know.
She just
you're
made
making
that
shit. You're making shit up. I'm making shit up
No,
because
most people have male sloths. I don't know if that's true either.
I want one.
Y'all are full
this
of
is just
shit.
the podcast of lies.
You know what? Also, sloths can talk.
yes, yes.
That's true.
When
It's
is
from Ice Age.
Ice Age. Sid the sloth.
Get the sloth.
Honestly, like if we got a sloth, it would
Win.
be called.
Oh,
Sid.
you gotta call it Sid.
It's win, not if.
It's
win.
if.
That'd be awesome. Could he hang
That'd
on
be
us?
awesome.
Yes.
Like if we could we
Yeah.
walk around like a baby?
Yes.
Okay. It's
Okay.
It's
No, that's not how
It's
that works.
done.
Yeah.
You're not on the paperwork,
Hey,
so you have
it's
no
done.
say in it.
we're doing it.
You know what's done? Your ass is getting kicked out of the house. It's done.
Well, we're gonna get a sloth. We're gonna get a sloth house.
Wow.
We're
In
gonna
these
get a
hard
sloth house.
times,
Yeah,
know.
exactly.
I couldn't even find a place if I wanted
exactly.
to.
You're just literally out on the street.
Everyone's like, you ain't coming in here,
where,
bro.
Where
Fine.
are you at on the sloth thing again?
I'll live in the shed with the possums. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
You're right. So you could get used to living with the crazy mammals.
Yeah.
You know what? Some good news about what's been happening a little bit is that I mean it's crazy, but Elijah, Daniels,
Yeah.
from Elijah and Christine, he's actually doing this thing where they've raised tons of money to feed the homeless in LA. Because
that's
obviously the
awesome.
homeless are suffering. Not only are they not getting people that are giving them money to survive because no one's on the streets, but then they can't shelter in place, right?
And
I
there's
mean,
no
there are places-
businesses
yeah.
open to
Right.
if you wanted to go get a slice
Right.
of pizza or something,
Yeah,
right?
so
And there's no
yeah.
restaurants open to
That's what I'm
grab
saying.
Yeah,
trash.
stuff in the trash. Yeah,
Grab
so
a
he's
piece of
been.
pizza
So
out
that's
the
a cool. That's a
trash.
cool thing that he's doing. He's raised tons of money. Already hand out truckloads of supplies. So that's pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, so it was, so there's a lot of great stories
There
as
are.
well.
And that's
Lot
what
of
I'm saying.
silver
That's
linings.
honestly, in all of this, that's rather what I would hear.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to throw out there, too, I did hear driving in that a person made a major breakthrough in the whole coronavirus as far as like a huge step is the first step towards making a vaccine. And the guy is from Michigan.
Well, listen, they've already been testing a vaccine, so I don't know what the breakthrough is.
I don't know. Again, that's not my thing, but they've made huge strides just in the last couple of days as far as like figuring out some things.
The problem with
it's about damn time. Can I say that?
Yeah. So there's a positive too.
Says U.S. approves experimental treatment that could offer huge step in coronavirus fight. That's
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
that's what it
man.
is. Yeah, so
but cool.
okay,
That's
well,
crazy.
cool. Let's hope that happens because that'll be it's definitely something that we're gonna deal with.
I agree.
Jay Pyro, Google that shit.
Yeah.
Google that shit. You got it.
True.
Google Jay Pyro.
Okay.
No.
I bet you that-
Let's see if he pops up.
I bet you that guy, that's going to be a criminal record. I guarantee you that. That guy's.
Oh, SoundCloud
He's
rapper.
got a SoundCloud.
He's
All
a
right.
SoundCloud rapper.
Now do this, Jay.
Click it. What you gonna do?
Which Jay?
Jay, no, we don't want to get copyrighted. Jay Pyro mugshot.
Oh no.
What the
Let's see what
fuck?
we got.
You can't do that.
We got right here.
That's the room.
There he is.
There he is. Oh,
I don't know.
gosh.
There's a few options.
Yeah, there you go.
Shooting,
Jay.
2 injured, 1 suspect taken into custody.
All right, Jay. I'm sorry, brother.
love you.
I'm
We're
sure
just
you're.
kidding.
I'm sure you're a great person. With a name like Pyro, how could you possibly be a bad person?
It's a snake. It's a snake.
What?
It's a mountain king.
No, so that's cool. We got one more from what?
Twisted Trucker.
Trucker.
That's what I want to
Hey
hear.
guys, stay safe and keep on the great content. Both Brian and Noah, now including Eric's greeting from Shutdown, Florida. Yeah, definitely keep
you,
shut down.
Twisted.
So
Hey,
I'm
yeah,
here too,
stay
but that's
down,
okay.
boy.
Yeah, that's fine. Whatever.
Don't
yeah,
you
Lori,
get back
don't worry
up.
about Lori. The
Right.
content isn't very good
Whatever.
with Lori, honestly.
Whatever.
You know, we
I'm gonna
try
just
to-
play my Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
Just hop on. See if that present's still floating.
No, it's long gone.
So what are we gonna do? I mean, what's like? First off, the Reptarium obviously is closed. We know that.
Is it?
Really? Surprise!
Wow.
Surprise!
Really?
So I want to start thinking about like a fucking bash.
Yes,
when we're
dude.
done with
Yes.
this, man. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even care if we make money on it. You know what I mean? We don't have to even charge for all I care. You know what I mean? It's like we've got to do something.
This is the man who already forgot about the 2 VIP parties we did.
We need a re-IP.
That nearly
A re-IP.
killed us.
That probably started Corona, the VIP
I mean,
parties. You know.
holy shit.
This is what we
we're
do.
We're not young, and that was too late night.
We need a re-IP.
This is what we do.
What we got?
We turn the parking lot
Back in line.
into a big hot tub.
Oh,
Oh,
jeez.
nice.
Dude, hot tubbing with reptiles, baby.
Ew.
It's going to be called
That's
No.
gross.
It's going to be
No.
called the hot tub.
We're gonna start
No.
another disease.
Yeah.
You know, the
This
first thing, Lucy goes in there, pisses and shits all over the
That's
place.
fine.
Go look.
Shut
yeah,
your
did you
party
see
down,
what
man.
she
Just
did?
like the fish spa. We got the filters.
Oh, no.
You got
This
like,
is young
we got
mind versus older
biofilters.
minds. Hell
We got
no.
that.
We got bio balls.
Okay, fine then.
we got
we'll
the Snickers
have
floating around in there.
we'll have a bunch of separate hot tubs, all connecting, but
no
they're just
hot
personal hot tubs.
There's no hot
Why do you want
tubs.
so many hot tubs, dude?
Because, dude, it's gonna be summertime. It's gonna be nice.
Why? It's gonna be summer.
Hell yeah, it's
We're
gonna
not
be
gonna-
it'll
summer.
be May.
Yeah.
It's gonna be May.
It's
May is spring.
No, well,
Yeah.
it'll
Close.
May,
No.
June.
I really
July.
think
You're
May
smart.
we're gonna be back open. I really
Yeah.
do
Oh
believe May.
yeah,
will
I
be
think we're
open.
going to be open in April.
Yeah.
You know
no,
what?
I don't think April, but
I
but
do.
yeah,
April
maybe.
24th.
I think April.
April
I think-
24th, really?
April 24th.
Okay, wow.
I'm calling it.
Look at
Okay,
that, man.
yeah,
Look at you, man.
2021.
He goes, look at you,
Listen,
man.
I've got
Yeah,
positive.
yeah, April 24th, 2021. Yeah,
I've got positive.
exactly.
We've got our wine trip.
Hey,
May
wait.
2nd
Oh, yeah,
weekend.
that's true.
That
That's true. What do you
needs
got,
to
Noah?
happen.
Bucking Fuffalos. Can you replace Noah with Eric, please? Bucking Fuffalos, go fuck off, all right? you take my balls and suck on them. Suck on my balls, Bucking.
I
What a
would
good
never-
name, though,
I would
Bucking
never
Fuffalo.
replace my Noah.
Listen, Noah
Yeah.
and Eric will be together this in 2 days. You know,
Yeah,
you guys,
exactly.
you guys can get your.
Eggs, maybe.
Maybe if you keep
Maybe not.
commenting shit like that, maybe we won't.
Yeah, that's it. You're done. We're just
Fuffalo.
actually you guys can keep your podcast, Eric and
Yeah.
Noah podcast, but Buck and Fuffalo just gets
Blocked.
No, he likes it. Let's see. Hey Brian, I have a where's that Heidi? Where's Heidi right there? Stop. have a bash, and serve
say-
Corona beer. We served
I'm gonna
Corona the
say-
last
at
bash.
the VIP.
Well, I
We did.
did. I bought it on purpose just
Yeah,
because.
that's
It was-
funny.
But wait a second. So
Novel.
you can pick Heidi out of there, but you can't see Jade's.
Her
when
name's
she
not
cuts?
as
Jade?
popular.
Oh
Jade-
yeah,
is Jade on?
exactly.
Is Jade in?
I don't. Not always, but she does comment.
well.
So
I don't see every
that-
comment. There's hundreds and hundreds
But
of
you
comments.
always see Heidi's.
Well, she's got a
It's a specific name. It's
Yeah.
got
Yeah.
5
Heidi's
letters
my,
instead
Heidi's
of 4.
my friend.
Yeah,
Heidi's
Jade,
my friend.
And
Jade's
Jade's
your
your daughter.
Wow.
Yeah, but I really don't like her that much.
That's
no, it's just,
messed
no.
up.
I really hope
love,
she's not watching.
No, I love Jade. You know I love
But
Jade.
it's
the
just a
fact
joke.
that she's housebound, chances are pretty high. Jade, you comment?
Jade, please tell me you're not on. I'm going to text her right now. I love you,
Right?
Jade.
just,
I love you.
Exactly.
just a random, just to be safe.
So, what if?
No, I love Jade,
since-
obviously.
I hope so. She's your daughter.
You pick your friends, not your daughter.
She's your daughter.
What the hell happened to your eye? That was crazy.
Oh, what, it twitch? Like twitchy twitch?
Your eyelid just got like stuck, flipped or something. I was looking at you like you were an alien or something.
Hey, listen. Were you going to say something? Because I got an eyelid story.
You can talk about eyelids.
All right.
So I have no idea, Jay. Google this shit and see if you could. I don't even know how you're going to Google this. Flipping your eyelids up.
Oh,
Yeah.
I
Have
used
you
to do
ever
that.
seen
I used
people?
to do
I used to
that.
do that when I was a
Yeah.
kid.
Yeah, we all
Yeah.
did.
Oh, you did too?
Well, I never
Yeah.
could. I couldn't
Okay, did you guys do it?
Yeah, I did it.
I used to do both, and it
Yeah.
was freaky.
Oh,
Yeah.
I was always pissed because I couldn't do
I'm not
it.
watching
You
them.
too. Let's not.
Oh, yeah,
watch
here
it.
you go. Here you go. Yeah. Look at
They
that.
did it to a baby. Oh,
that was
that's
not.
fucked up.
That's fucked up.
They didn't do it to a baby.
That's
The baby
fucked.
was born that way.
Oh. It's so gross.
This
But
guy, dude. You know he's out at the bar.
That guy fucks.
Specifically.
Oh my god.
Can you do it right now? No.
No, I can't.
Touch him. Don't touch him
because
with your
the last
fingers.
time I did it, I was in like first grade and it got stuck. And
Oh
I
my
couldn't
God.
get it
Freaked
back.
out.
I freaked out, and I actually took a blood oath to never do it again.
Yeah, I don't blame you, man. That's scary shit right there. But
Where
I don't
the
know.
hell did that come from?
I don't know because your eyelid got stuck.
That's
and I
kind
I
of
was
how your
thinking,
eyelid
yeah.
looked,
Yeah.
literally. No, it did, but it's fine now. It was like weird.
All you would do is you would hold on to your top set
Yeah,
of
and just
eyelashes
push
and
it.
blink. And
No,
blink and pull up.
believe me, I tried and tried. I could never
I did,
figure
that's
out how
I
to
used
do
You
it.
go like
But
this and
like,
then blink and they would flip up.
No.
I wouldn't do that. I would just poke it.
That's how I would. I would just like be like flip it.
yeah, I would just flip it.
Just flip
There
it.
was-
Flipping
it's
out.
one of those weird things.
Who came up with
what was
that?
the
Like, who
other-
thought of that?
Well, what was the
Kids,
other
kids.
thing?
Yeah,
so
right,
it was
yeah.
the eyelid thing, and then
Exactly.
what was another thing that you would always try to do as a kid?
Me?
Like
I
I'm
could
trying
flip
to
my
think-
ears.
Oh yeah, that
I
was
could
the
cauliflower
Oh,
my
that's
ears.
right. You could cauliflower
Yes.
your ears.
Wait,
yeah.
what?
Only,
I can
only certain
cauliflower
people
my
could do
ears.
that. Yep, where you could flip
Yeah.
that
Or
out.
like flip it.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
can you
bit.
still do it?
Yeah, it's just it
Interesting.
was under
I don't
the.
even
It's
know
like a
Yeah.
dog.
it
Like
was
dogs
under
do
the-
that,
it was
right?
Under the headphones.
Oh, get
Yeah.
out.
So I
Okay.
could,
Mine's
like-
not big enough. I can't do it.
Oh, I see what you're saying. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. You
I don't
guys
know.
are weird.
They
Yeah,
used
what
to.
are we doing?
And then the roll your
I
tongue
don't know. We're
thing.
fucking bored, man. We've been on lockdown.
bored.
We lost it, man. We lost it.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward, obviously, to, like I said, a reopening
Re-IP.
bash. I think that you guys know. Obviously, I've talked about this a million times that I'm an anxiety sufferer, and my therapist told me this when I was flying because I was nervous about flying to Mexico, and she said to fast forward in your head to landing. And it's something that I kind of did, and I'm trying right now.
So you're landing right now?
And I'm
Where-
not landing right
where
now.
are
We're
you-
taking off
where
right
are
now.
you landing?
I think we're like ascending right now, and I'm waiting for the cruising altitude, and then I'm looking forward to
I've
the
been
landing.
doing that since hockey practices in
Really?
high school.
Really, like
This is what
thank
I
God
do.
Hockey's over.
This is what I do.
You used to
no,
get anxiety before the games.
No anxiety. This has nothing to
Oh.
do about anxiety.
Okay.
But this is a thought process that I use personally. Is so if there's something that is hard, right?
Yeah.
It's actually hard work. Just like
Yeah.
our hockey practices. I mean, oh my God.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, you're getting better, blah, blah, blah. But oh my God, is it so hard?
Yeah.
So what I would do is instead of look at the clock and be like, oh my God, there's 70 minutes left till we're done with practice.
Yeah.
I would look at the clock and be like, okay, there's only 70 more minutes until I get to be done type thing. So that's what I'll do with a life was like, okay, I know this week is going to be a bunch of hard work, blah, blah, blah. But I know after this week's over, like I get to chill for a day, look forward to that day. And then it like kind of, yeah, you have something to look forward to, something to, and it makes me work harder because it's like, okay, there we go. Like I'm going to work harder because then the time's going to fly faster and then I'm going to be at the moment that I've been waiting for.
Yeah.
It works.
Well, I'm just fast forwarding. You know what I'm fast forwarding to is two things. And I've been saying this, and we've seen a little bit. Yeah, Animal Crossing is all I care. I want to hear, number one, when Italy, starts to come down, which they kind of did. They plateaued a little bit, dropped. They came up a little bit because Italy's about a week and a half in advance of where we are.
I can't wait till October when we go on our trip.
Yeah, well,
Italy.
Can't wait to come to Italy, exactly. And we have friends in Italy and stuff like that, but that we're going to go visit. But also, I can't wait for the day that we start hearing good news about this country, and it's coming. That news is coming.
For sure.
Yeah. It's just, thing. That's what I'm fast forwarding to.
The bubble's there, exactly. It's just a matter of getting to where it's,
yeah, I don't want to watch the news until that day. Like, then I won't stop watching the news because I'm going to be addicted to good news, and
they're still going to make it bad somehow.
Stick to Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but my point is that we will get through this the other side, and I can't wait to, I will say this, and the virtual tours have been great, as far as like sharing, but it's different, obviously, because you're not interacting.
I mean, even for me, like, I don't know. I think it's different for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
And I think all of the Reptarium employees, are missing different aspects of it. Yeah. And I know you're different than me, but honestly, even me, like, as much as I hate not having my weekends, you know what? There's a lot of stuff I do miss.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? That's the give and take with it. Like, and that's why we do what we do is because we love it. The interaction, the people, the kids.
Yeah, just seeing those kids' faces.
It will be really nice. Honestly, it was sad to me. It was sad to cancel our reading to reptiles and our sensory night. Yeah. But that being said, you know what? It'll be on the calendar. Hopefully in April. You know what I mean? We'll just see as soon as we get, everything is just till whatever, and it will come back. And if it just takes a couple weeks to get us where we need to do, that's what we're doing.
No, and that's the thing, I mean, like I said, I'm glad and I'm grateful for the virtual tours, and it's been cool to be able to spend that time with people. But I do miss that interaction physically. Just again, seeing the smiles, like when you put a snake on somebody, or when they see Bella run up to them, or the Elvis comes out, and just seeing that is I always have appreciated. As a matter of fact, I've said this from the beginning when we first were working on Reptarium 1.0, that there was a time where I wasn't going to be open to the public, that we're just going to do private tours and events. We weren't going to be open at all. And then I think you and everyone else kind of talked me into like, we need to be open. And I've said this a million times, like, I didn't realize what I would have been stealing from myself if we wouldn't have opened to the public.
No, for sure. Because that's my favorite part about it, honestly, is we've always had private collection. Yeah. And we've been able to see others, and like we've seen and interacted with things that most people never will be able to. So that's what I love about the Reptarium of what we have, that we can share that experience with people that otherwise would never.
I just got invited to go play with some tigers today.
Where?
Joe Exotic?
Honestly, kind of similar. Down in Myrtle Beach.
Oh, with Real Mowgli?
Yeah,
that's awesome.
I like commented on one of his things. He was like, "You gotta come out, play with some tigers and some lions." And I was
like,
"That's
a really weird thing now." That's Doc Antle's place.
Yeah, he's with Doc, who's part of that series.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's why I said it was kind of the same.
You are not going to move there and join there.
Join the cult.
I'm good with the Reptarian cult.
Yeah, exactly. You stick with us.
Yeah.
But you can go play with the tigers and go home.
It's a weird thing now in a way, I mean, it's like, I'm all about education, and I'm all about, getting people to touch and feel these animals so that they can fall in love with them. Much like Blackfish, the documentary on orcas, you can narrate anything into anything you want.
For sure.
Especially when you have the amount of footage that Tiger King had.
So much.
But it does give you a little bit of like, do I want to ever post a picture with a baby tiger again? You know what I mean?
This was the thing.
It's like, I don't know.
They did make it really bad in there. And guess what? We have those pictures from when we went to China. And that's the first thing that popped in my head.
Down at
I had that baby, and that was me. And it wasn't so much like, I don't know, like, I don't use social media like even you guys do. Like, for me, it is just my personal and whatever. Sure. But it was a cool experience. Like, this was such an awesome thing to hold and do
Yes.
whatever, and I wasn't doing it for
Yeah.
clout or anything. I was just like, oh my God,
Yeah.
this is a baby tiger.
Yeah.
This is awesome.
Of
I
course.
guess the only thing
know?
that I guess now again, and I guess I hadn't thought about this much prior to this, is that like they mentioned, from baby tiger to 50-pound tiger, you make $100,000.
Yeah.
At 50-pound tiger, which Lori got attacked by.
I was just going to say,
Lori
I'm at the age to where it gets sketchy because
Yeah.
I got the
So
scar on my
from
leg.
that point on, it becomes a liability. So you no
Yeah.
longer make money; it costs you money. And
Yeah.
so a lot of times these animals are now either being neglected or euthanized or killed or just
raised up to breed, I guess.
Yeah, and just to make more.
Yeah.
I'm not saying
Yeah.
it's
It
a
is.
touchy
It
thing.
is.
I don't want to be a hypocrite because we let people touch reptiles, but it is different that reptiles don't reach an age that all of a sudden can't be handled.
Yes.
It's like we don't go, oh well, it's 6 months old now it's worthless to us or something.
Put it
Not that
down.
I'm saying that those guys are doing that
No.
because I don't know what they're doing. Obviously
No.
that's I think why Joe
It's-
Exotic had
and
so many
that's-
tigers is because he kept them all.
Yeah.
No,
and I get it too. And honestly, it's a double-edged sword because that's how I felt. Like I was watching that and I had so many emotions.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
we can relate to that because we do breed animals. It's different,
Yeah.
but it's still very similar.
Well, it
And-
makes you start
and it's-
self-reflecting and
ex-
saying, "Are what we doing is right?
It's,
Are we these people?"
like
Right.
holy shit, like we're vulnerable, or you know what I mean? Because of it just whatever. It's
That show
it's
is an
hard.
emotional roller coaster.
Well, you know what I
though.
said that's really interesting is that
Yeah.
Joe Exotics was so obsessed with being on TV and being famous.
Yeah.
And I find it,
You think?
and it's an amazing irony that
Yeah.
now
Yeah.
he's famous beyond wildest
Yeah.
belief, and he's in jail.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
I didn't even think
Well,
of that.
You know what I mean?
because-
Like, he
because
made exactly
whatever
what he wanted.
He crossed whatever
Yeah.
line that we'll see, I guess, in the next episode.
Well, the thing that
but-
sucks is that all the success
Yeah.
of this show would have
Yeah.
probably been just as successful if he didn't go to jail.
Right.
No,
If
for
he was just as
sure.
batshit
Yeah.
crazy
Yeah,
as he
because
was
the
without
other,
going to
the
jail.
other people
Yeah.
aren't in jail.
Maybe
and-
that was
and
the
they're
hook.
gonna
Maybe that was the
benefit.
hook.
Yeah.
Maybe the
I think
jail
so.
hook was hook. But I
I
think
don't
that
know.
if I watched that and he didn't try to kill Carol Baskin, I still would be
Yeah.
enthralled. Like,
Enthralled,
this
yeah.
guy is
Listen,
like, what the hell, you know?
I'm sorry, but no,
Yep.
you don't relate. But I relate because I'm not crazy as shit as him. But I tell you what, if I had a fucking bitch like that was on my ass and doing all that shit, I would be just as crazy. Like,
Would you
fuck
have a-
you. I swear to God.
Would you have a blow up doll and shoot
No,
it with a gun?
No, I
Shove
would
it
not.
in its mouth?
I would not be to the level
That's
of
what
crazy.
I was-
But I swear to God, I'd want to fucking kill her.
That-
like, you know what I mean?
Okay,
That's
let's
what I
get
was-
off the
At-
topic
at
quick
least
because
now-
we're seeing another Netflix series about to start.
At least now you're fucked, right?
That's what I was. Me and Bruce were talking about about the shooting of the doll
Yeah.
because it's like, how could that not be considered like a threat?
Yes.
He literally has a gun
Oh.
saying Carol and
Yeah,
shooting the
well,
head off,
I
saying if
know.
I
He
meet you
did
in person,
so
this
many
is gonna
crazy
happen.
things.
But
Like-
again, it's much like Carol's husband, and I don't want to ruin it for people here. But
Oh, yeah.
like when
Oh,
you
shit, I
you
guess
file,
you're right.
yeah, when you
Spoiler.
file, yeah,
Yeah.
we don't. Let's not. But regardless of all that, it's true. Like, let's say your mom was threatening me, and I literally thought that.
verbally just saying,
Yeah, well,
I'm
it
gonna
didn't even
kill
matter
you.
if it was
Right.
verbal or not. If I had no
Right.
proof it was
Yeah,
anything but verbal,
exactly. Yep.
I couldn't get a restraining order on her
Because
until
there's no
she
proof.
actually physically hurt me.
Right.
Yep.
Once she physically hurts me, then I can. So oftentimes it's reverse, right? Like if she threatens to kill me, I go to the cops, say she might kill me. They say, well, there's nothing we can do. She kills me. Now they go, oh shit, maybe we should,
Should have done something.
It's like,
that's
you know,
literally
if
how
you
it
Get
is,
it,
though.
you get it, but you don't
That
because
makes-
in those stations.
So
That
so
makes
it's
no
called
sense,
the
by the
weird
way.
thing is it's called freedom of speech.
Yeah.
I can say that I want to kill anybody, and as long as I don't take action,
Exactly.
I can do it. Right? As soon as you take action,
Well, I'm gonna
Right.
say,
then it's different.
As much like Carol,
That's fucked up, though. Don't you think?
you know.
Don't you think
she
that's kind
didn't
of
go
fucked
to
up?
Yeah,
jail
that's
when
totally
her
messed
husband
up.
disappeared.
Yeah,
that's
that's
all
true.
I'm saying.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
just like you,
So don't fuck with me.
That's why I don't want to have big crocodiles because Lori
Just
will
saying.
feed me off
I'm
to the
smart.
crocodiles.
RJ's big enough. RJ's big.
It'll take a while though. I'd be in the freezer for
You'd
a
be
little
No,
bit.
we put you in a grinder, dude.
Yeah,
It won't take that long.
They don't test
And they
the
don't even
grinders.
test the
We'll make monitor mush. We'll make some monitor mush, dude.
I got
and
one
we're
on
good.
Amazon coming tomorrow.
Oh shit! You were scared of Corona.
I'm glad we're doing this podcast. If you guys out there that are watching,
This isn't gonna make the clips.
yeah, Laura's gonna kill.
Incriminating.
Noah's
for sure.
already like mentally saying, "I'm putting this shit out." Man.
This shit's getting clipped.
No, we gotta make
Robert.
our own. We gotta make our own Tiger King, dude. That's the move.
So yeah, right. So Robert said VIP was awesome. He was obviously there. Thank you so much for Robert for coming. We'll have again. We're gonna have another bash. We may not do it the same way we did the first one, but I definitely want to do
Dude.
something. Susan said sad about our private tour.
I got it.
I have to reschedule. I
Susan,
listen. It
you
sucks,
are one of
you know.
many, and we've got
Yeah.
that set aside. And believe me, as soon as
We
we
will make this
can,
up to you. We will
we'll
make
do
this up
whatever,
to you,
yep,
and trust me,
whatever it
we want.
takes.
You know, I would love nothing more than to have you here.
Okay.
We will.
I got
All right.
I got the Tiger King thing.
Yeah.
Uh-oh,
what is
Go
Jay
for it.
said that I need to be a Tiger King.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm being called?
What's that?
I'm called the Pussy Prince.
that? Oh
Pussy
shit!
All right, you're on the wrong
Rawr.
podcast. We don't talk that shit here. So stop.
Yeah.
What?
Talking cats.
I'm talking cats.
No.
Did I?
No.
That is literally.
Yes.
I told the
Jay,
story.
I know.
Jay,
I
pull
know
it
you
up.
told the story.
Does pussy
I don't-
mean
I don't-
cats? Does that mean cats?
Number one, you're not doing cats, and number two,
That's
just
literally
stop.
what we were talking about, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
it is what you.
It's all about
and,
big
and I did tell that
cats.
story.
I mean,
on the,
little-
You did.
on the
little
podcast.
cats.
I
yeah.
know you did.
No, I did right
on
Yeah.
their podcast.
Oh, on their podcast.
Yes.
So I didn't
What?
do it on this. Okay, so I'm going to tell the story.
No, you're not.
Yes, I. Well, no, it's not a bad story.
It's a stupid story.
It's a whatever. It's
Tell
a
it.
story.
Tell
okay,
it.
I think you probably heard the story because I think I told it on your podcast.
Maybe.
So basically, I went to my therapist again before.
You went to you told this to your
The
therapist?
Pussy
No.
Prince?
Oh,
What is going on, dude? the dots are not
Oh
connected.
my
right
god!
Now I
Can I just tell
remember.
the story? You guys stop, please.
I was thinking of something totally different,
No,
but yes,
no, no,
now
no.
I know what
Okay,
you're going.
let's
I don't know
hear
what
it.
she's
I don't
saying.
know what she's
Okay.
saying either.
So I went to my therapist before I went to Mexico because I was like nervous about flying because I whatever, anxiety and all that stuff. And so she wanted to do like a 30, well, it was like 25-minute kind of almost like a hypnosis type of thing. And she was like, I want to record it on your voice memo. And so I was like, okay, I don't use voice memo on my phone. So I handed her phone. She records the voice memo. She hands it back to me. And the first thing is,
Oh, shit.
the first thing that's in the memo is called Pussy Hunter.
What?
Pussy Hunter.
Therapist, you see?
It's my therapist. And I go,
At least
I look at it, I look at it and I'm like, holy shit.
At least you can't. She can't legally say anything, but we just said it. So
This is another clip.
So this is the thing. The story behind it is my
I know.
friend Peter Birch.
Yeah.
We were down in Florida and there was a bunch of feral cats. So we said we were going to make a series called Adventures of the Pussy Hunter. And Pete
filmed
was sending
it.
me
He did it
he was sending me voice memos that I didn't even know were in my phone. That was him because he's Australian, so he's got the Australian. He's like, you filthy pussies. Yeah, I'm out in the bush hunting you pussies. You know? And so this was a
is what
voice
his
memo that my
therapist
therapist saw.
you should play it.
Okay, let's do it.
Wait, you have it?
Oh, I got it. Yeah, hell yeah, I got
Still
it. Yeah,
in there, yeah.
yeah here we go. Here we go.
All
All
right.
right, listen. All right, here we go.
Put the mic.
You've reached Brian's phone. He's out chasing pussies. He'll be back shortly.
That's incredible.
Thanks, Pete.
You should make.
I think I've got more. I think I've got more.
You
Hang
should
on.
make that literally your
Your ringtone or your voice message.
yeah, your voice message.
Okay,
Turn
here's
your
another one.
voicemail on.
Here's another one.
G'day, you've reached Brian's phone. He's out chasing emus. He'll
Oh
get
no,
back
that's the emus. That's the other one. That's the other one.
That's still good though. Like what?
Let's see if I got it. I
Good
got
eye,
one
Matt.
from Colin, but I don't know what this
Jason
one.
Pussy.
I don't know.
Yeah,
what,
don't play a random one
I'm
you
gonna
don't
wait a
know.
minute, I'm gonna.
Brian's phone. He's just in the shitter.
So I didn't even know these voice memos existed
Yeah.
until my therapist was recording. So,
Incredible.
so there
And
you
the
go.
pussy hunter one.
I obviously
Yeah, that's-
knew about the pussy hunter stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
kind of what
Well,
I
she
was.
didn't.
That's kind
And
of what
I'm
I was
sitting here
playing
thinking-
upon
Yeah.
was with
Yeah.
the pussy prince.
Well, this is what I'm saying. Could you imagine the 20, 25 minutes she's hypnotizing me, and all in her head is just that I've
What's
got this
this
voice.
pussy? What does it mean?
Yeah, she,
Yeah, why
she
is
wants
he
to
the
click
pussy
it so
hunter?
bad.
She
She's
wants
like,
to click it.
the pussy hunter.
So
What is
I will tell you, when I saw it, I was so embarrassed. I told her, and I played it for her because I'm like, she's not going to believe me if I don't play it.
Yeah.
So I literally played it for her, and
You're a juggalo.
She laughed.
Gigolo.
She laughed.
she did the doctor
She was
laugh.
like, yeah, like you sick fuck.
Yeah. So there you go.
See, yeah, no, me, I would have been
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, delete. Like I don't know, that never existed.
Yeah.
Georgia says, how much is a virtual tour? How we contact you? It's thereptarium.com,
Yep,
or you
it's
can call.
under the tours because
Yeah.
those are the only ones we're doing right now.
Yeah, we're only
so-
doing virtual tours. They start at $100 and they go up from there. 150 is with me. And like I said, I know some people bitched about me being a greedy fuck,
Yeah,
but
well, they don't
Yeah.
see my price, so.
well, the thing that's crazy is that, it's like I've said, not to go on about it,
Yep.
but I mean, it still takes me an hour, and it's like, Jay knows. In all honesty, a virtual tour is more demanding than a normal tour.
It really
it
is.
It really is,
We
because I need
figured
two
this
people
out.
first. I need two people to do. It's not just me.
Yeah.
And it's because I can do a normal tour myself. I don't need any help, and so I need someone else to help me hold the phone when I'm taking animals out. And it's like a lot of energy.
No,
it takes
for
a
sure.
tremendous amount of
and
energy.
people have asked, are we going to keep doing them? Because I
don't
have a
know,
lot.
man.
I have a lot of overseas people
Yeah,
who are
maybe, yeah,
interested.
yeah.
It might be, but we're just going to have to figure that out. And we're even figuring it out right now.
Yeah,
like
sure.
now at this point, I think we're going to do it to maybe limit to 2 a day, just because it takes so much.
It's a tough
and it's
thing,
just
yeah.
like anything. It's just like anything with Brian. Like he just jumps and says, "This
Yeah.
is what we're doing," and then
Yeah.
we kind of figure it out. Afterwards,
Yeah, we
we're
book-
kind
yeah.
of
we
figuring
booked,
it
we
out.
booked 3 a day for
And
like today
it's
was
hard.
3 days, and it
it's
was
hard
it was
to be able to do those as
and
well as all of
the
our
other
work. because
And right
we
now we're
have
really
stuff to
busy.
do.
Yeah, I mean, I'm wrapping up Python
Yeah.
breeding season. You're in colubrid breeding season.
Oh my God, stuff
things
is so crazy
Yeah,
right
we have a
now.
lot of work on our plate. So
Yeah. And we appreciate everybody
my gosh,
who's doing
yeah.
them.
Oh my gosh,
and we're
yeah.
doing everything
Yeah.
we can to accommodate. But again, it's just like anything. When we start, it's there's a lot of figuring.
what is that reptile stuff? Said Jay's piping up. What's
No,
that?
this dude, Madness TV, goes, Jay, stop speaking. I said, no way, man.
Yeah. So
Jay, shut the fuck up.
yeah,
I
Jay,
can't.
shut up.
No, it's pull that shit
Hey,
up.
Jake, can you shut the fuck
No, for me,
Yeah,
it's Jay, shut the fuck up.
No,
We're just joking.
So we talked about the grand reopening of the Reptarium. What is it? What is the one thing? And same thing with the chat. Please, in the chat room, tell me you
Okay.
answer this question too. What's the one thing you can't wait to do?
Like when we get done?
Yeah, when we get done.
Honestly, just freaking go play basketball or go play hockey or something. Just like do an activity again.
Yeah.
Because like pretty much the only activity you can do is like walk. But,
Yeah, I'm gonna say go to the gym.
Yeah, go. To the gym,
but
yeah.
it's like dangerous to walk because there's all these people
Well,
walking.
that's the thing. That's what I told Dad yesterday. I noticed.
It's crazy.
So it went to where like they're encouraging you to go outside. I literally have never seen so many people walking or walking dogs or taking a walk with their kids.
Yeah.
Like
I
and
saw
it
a
wasn't
kid
like
on a
it was.
leash.
It was my well. There's
Wow.
always kids,
Yeah, there's
but
always
I
kids
was
on
like,
the leash,
okay, like this is really it's strange.
Yeah.
There's still people on the roads. Not as many at all.
I mean, there's a lot of people on the roads though.
But
more
not,
than not normal, but
compared
yeah,
to
but, yeah.
normal.
But there's still more than
I
think.
thought
Yeah.
there would be.
Yeah, more than I thought. Yeah.
But
Yeah,
yes,
more
there
than-
are
yeah.
a lot of people outside.
This is so what it is. It's so true. It's like people are just sick of it.
Yeah.
I think people are starting to care.
Oh gosh, we haven't been doing this for very long
Not
to be
at
sick
all.
of it. I mean, it feels like a long time, but it's really only
Exactly.
been
This is-
11
and this
days,
is the thing,
man.
though. Think about it, though. It is weird. It's foreign. And honestly, we are different. We have live animals. We
Yeah.
still come
We
to
have to
work.
come to
We
work. Yeah.
come to work, and our lives haven't changed that much.
Mine at all.
Because of it,
Same. Right.
where
Mine
other
neither.
people have literally been home.
Yeah.
So number one,
true.
you've got adults home, like I can talk
Yeah.
like Jade and Michael with their dogs and whatever, like and they're losing it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, these poor people with kids. My
Yeah.
heart breaks for you because
Yeah.
these kids are going fucking bonkers
Yeah.
off the walls, and you're sitting there trying to do your sanity. Like the day before they did the shut-in at Michigan, I went to Meijer because I needed all the veggies for the week for the Reptarium. And so I went down the aisle because I use, bottled water here at work. So can I get a case? And I grabbed a case, and a mom with her kids, was looking and grabbed a case. And then I looked, she went straight from the water, straight to the wine. And she put like 3 or 4 bottles in there. And I heard somebody else going, hey, we all need what we need to get through. And I was just like, I couldn't imagine if I was stuck at home when you guys were little. Like, I mean, we were already at home, like whatever. But I'm like, this is hard shit because your kids don't understand.
No way.
The kids are like, I don't understand. I just want to leave. And then you're just like, fuck, I just need more wine.
Yeah, it's always so funny when, kids hate school so much, but then when they're out of school, they're just
bored.
like, oh my God,
They're
I wish I could go back to school.
Or they just want to do something, So.
Well, that's the thing. Even when kids are in the summer, they're outside either playing, or there's kids camps, or there's events that are going on to keep people.
Well, our society right now is such a society to where like boom, 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 like you always are stimulated, you're always doing something. So to have that poof, those are the people I feel like bad for because that's hard.
I went to a basketball court outside.
Yeah.
Just to like check it out. If there was nobody there, I was gonna like shoot a couple hoops just because there's nobody there, and then just go back home. And the cops literally took the rims off of the hoops.
Shut up! Seriously?
Yeah. And then I went to another one, and the rims were on those ones, but it was all like taped off and like fenced off and stuff.
Well, see, that's the problem is basketball is usually a more than one person sport.
And you're very close to one another, breathing heavy,
if you're just
sweating
by
on each
yourself,
other.
It's one thing, but usually it's with others.
I know. That's
so,
why
like,
if there was
get
people
it.
there, I wasn't going to go. But if there was by myself, I always like carrying my basketball around. So
I know. It's just, but it's tough. And
it does. It makes it really hard. When you're used to doing things, for sure.
Yeah. So did we answer what? Okay, you said
did.
basketball. You said or hockey. What did you say?
The gym.
Oh yeah, you said the gym.
What'd you do?
It's a tough one. I mean, I think that the weird thing is, I mean,
honestly, what you just don't like is the restriction period.
Yeah, I don't like lack of control. I don't like lack of control.
Exactly.
It's not that I'm really looking for. The only thing I'm looking forward to.
Anything as
I mean,
much
the only
as,
thing I'm missing is the Reptarium. I mean, outside of the Reptarium, there's no. I mean, I really like. I'm a sucker for saunas.
Well, honestly,
so I'd love
I
to
know
have
what
a
you
sauna.
move.
What's that?
You miss.
What's that?
The movies.
I do miss
because right
the
now
movies,
would be the perfect time, and we would be at the movies all the time. And you said that as soon as you're like, "Fuck, we can't."
But at the same time, like we really don't do those anymore.
No, but we could.
We
That's
have-
what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
saying.
Yeah,
Like,
no,
this
it's
would
the
be
fact
the
that you
perfect
can't.
opportunity to do it, but we can't because
that's the thing. That is my guilty pleasure in life.
And that's usually when we have a night off. He's like, "Let's go to the movies." And we
which hasn't happened much in
That's
the
what
last
I
6 or
mean.
8
That's what I
months.
mean.
Yeah.
It's like you're not really missing much because we don't really do it anymore.
Yeah, I mean, we've seen. I can't
No,
even
but
remember the
that
last
is
movie.
his
Joker was
favorite
probably the last
thing.
one
Well,
you've seen.
no,
right?
I saw
That was
Joker.
not
We
with
saw
me.
one other one after that. I can't remember what it was.
Some Marvel
That,
movie or something.
the last one I watched was the war movie that was all shot
Oh,
in
1917.
one scene.
1917.
Oh yeah, you guys
that
went
was
and saw
so
that.
good.
Yeah, I didn't see it. No,
No, it's just
No,
one
him
yeah.
and
Yeah.
his
Me and my
significant
boo
other.
thing.
Yeah, but no, I agree. I would love to go back to the movies. I mean, I love movies, and I've thought about that. This summer's movies are going to be really different because they stopped production on almost all movies.
Are they going to be good? Well,
No,
the
they're
thing
not going to be
is,
good because they're not going to
gonna
be there because they're going to
be shit.
They're gonna be like recycling frickin' Pinocchio. I mean,
We're showing Frozen
It should
2
be
again.
fine. I think it'll be fine because they're gonna have the movies that were supposed to be premiered when it gets normal again. Mm-hmm. So it's gonna be the same kind of time.
yeah, I
right?
think you're right.
Just
But it's just
shifted
that
back.
summer. I always love summer. Not that I have much time in summer, but I always love summer for the summer blockbusters. You always have the big movies. The
You know what I
studios
love
are putting
summer
out
for?
big ones.
Avengers
I love
or
summer for
something.
bonfires in the backyard.
We can still do that.
Yeah,
we
we
can do a
can still do
bonfire.
I know.
Yeah.
I was thinking about doing a fire soon.
Yeah.
Listen,
Because
once
why
night,
not?
it's so nice out.
Yeah, it's a
It is
perfect
really
night
nice,
for a
yeah, it's
fire.
It's supposed to be a
beautiful.
really nice weekend, so we could all family bonding. We go all clean up the dog poop.
Oh
And
yeah.
we clean up the yard,
Sounds
and then we
great.
have a little bonfire. Hell
great.
yeah!
Which,
Come
by
on,
the way-
come on.
Yeah, no,
I'm
thank
not
you.
going home.
No, thank you.
Damn.
Joshua asked Star Wars ? You know, the funny thing is, we didn't see Star Wars at the movies, but we bought it actually digitally.
Can we
bought
still
it.
watch it?
Yeah, you can buy it. I bought it, so
because
you can watch
I only
it.
watched like the
Yeah, we
first
watched.
quarter, and I fell asleep.
And this was like this was like it might have been the first night that everything was shut down.
Yeah.
So mentally, I just could not focus.
Did you fall asleep too? Because
No, I didn't fall asleep. I turned it off after like 20 minutes just
'cause I
because
fell asleep.
you fell asleep, and I just mentally could not bring myself to like focus. And I love Star Wars. I'm a huge Star Wars
No,
fan.
it was good before I fell asleep.
And but I
was just
couldn't bring
tired.
myself. So
It
that's
actually
one of the ones-
was good.
Yeah, so I have to watch that movie for sure. So we have
Let
it.
me tell you, if
We've got one-
nobody has watched, I recommend that Knives Out.
Knives Out was
You were
really
talking
good.
about that. I
I
want to see
enjoyed
that.
that so much.
I'd watch it again.
I know.
Yeah,
me
It's
too.
really that good?
Yeah, I've
It
watched
was.
Yeah, I've
It was
watched
that good.
Yeah, I've watched it 3 times.
Dude.
I watched it once on the
I
plane
watched
and
it
twice
once and a
since, yeah.
half.
Allegedly, Blaze Up. Watch
Allegedly. I don't know what you're talking
that. Wow.
Blaze Up.
Blaze Up.
Yeah, allegedly.
All right,
Allegedly.
yeah.
Okay.
Great
well,
movie,
we'll
by the
check
way.
it out.
I love any movie that James Bond is in. I don't even know his real name. James
Yeah, yeah.
Bond.
Which
Yeah.
James Bond though?
The newest James Bond.
What's his name?
James
I
Bond.
don't know. No, I don't
James.
know what his name
We'll call him
is.
Jameson.
Yeah, I can't
Jameson
remember.
Bond.
No, I can't, yeah, who plays James Bond?
I don't know.
now? He's a great
but,
actor, though.
Yeah, I love his acting. You know what? Honestly, I think that acting is probably one of the
Daniel
Which one?
Craig.
best
Daniel, yeah, Daniel
skills
Craig.
to have.
Yeah, Daniel
Sean
Craig.
Connery. He's
Like
the
there's nothing.
Hey, Jake, can you
better.
put that back for a second?
oh,
I'm sorry. Go ahead. No,
Oh,
I want to listen.
okay.
Oh, Pierce Bronson. I like him too.
Can you? What were you saying, Noah?
I was saying that there's very few things better than a great actor.
I
Oh,
agree.
you know what I
it's
mean?
so
I
hard
agree.
to do.
It's like when you are watching a movie with like a great actor, it's just like that absolutely, because there's some movies where you're watching it and it can't suck you in.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
but
You're
when
right.
there's like a great acting movie where like all the roles, DiCaprio or whatever,
Yeah, he's a great
like,
one like that. Yeah,
they-
Tom Hanks.
they,
yeah.
they
I
like
know.
suck you in to the movie where when it's done, you're like, wow, I wish it wasn't.
Yeah.
And like you
Well,
want more. Like they're
I
just
agree.
so good.
And let me just say, Tom Hanks. So Mr. Rogers. Okay.
Yeah.
I just watched that the other day.
Anybody in my time frame who grew up with Mr. Rogers, holy shit, watch that movie.
Is it good?
Because, oh my God, right from the start, it started out with the credits and it started with the beginning of the Mr. Rogers show. And I literally just had chills. I was like, oh my God, I was a little kid again and it was on the TV. And I was like, oh my God, I'm watching Mr. Rogers. and,
So
and he
cool.
did it so good. And it was a great story. They did such a good job. I like that one a lot.
That's
Yeah,
good.
I was
Yeah.
gonna watch it on the plane, but I didn't.
No, well, I bought it, so now you can watch it.
Yeah, I saw it upstairs right now. It's
Yeah.
upstairs over here.
Upstairs up here.
Yeah. Up
Oh,
here.
you bought it?
I
Yeah,
did. I
yeah.
gave it to Jay.
Yeah, I just watched it the
And
other day.
then
Oh, that's what
he-
came back, yeah.
He gave it
Yeah.
back. So
Oh,
yes, we
no
can watch.
wonder.
I'll watch it again.
I'm glad that Jay watched it before me. Thank
Yeah,
you. Thank
I
you.
opened it.
Appreciate that.
Oh yeah.
This is
Appreciate that.
Yeah, dude, you got it, bro.
this
Yeah.
is kind of off topic.
Okay.
And I'm sorry, but we're not
Okay.
talking about anything
No,
else,
it
so it's
doesn't
fine.
matter.
So,
Doesn't
James Bond.
Yes.
There used to be a kid that me and Jake, my cousin Jake, used to play. It was GoldenEye, double.
Oh,
O
yes,
Oh,
dude.
yeah.
right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we've been playing Call of Duty recently, and it's just so crazy how fast these games have
Yeah.
progressed.
Yeah.
Like
Oh my god. Dude.
from being a kid playing GoldenEye, and it's just like honestly so shitty.
But do you
now.
remember like
Oh,
like
wait.
now?
Let's go back to
when-
Pong.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, yeah. Pong was the first.
I know,
But even Atari.
I'm saying first-person shooters because that was like the one I can
First person
remember.
shooters.
He
pull
can't
this
even
shit up.
relate.
Pull this shit up right now. Pull up the last Starfighter video game. The last Starfighter video game. This is it's a space movie or a space thing, but it right there, right down there. You can go to any one of those guys. This was a first person shooter right there. You would just literally move that little circle around, not the outer circles. Those were just graphics. This inner circle in the middle, you would just move that around and shoot little triangles.
Triangle, not even like.
Yeah. So that was like a first.
Yeah,
But I get what you're
Shooter.
saying
what
though.
I'm saying
From when they looked like a trying to be real
right,
life.
exactly. Like
Wow.
that golden eye was trying to.
He can't understand.
No, you don't
the
understand.
No, I
person.
do
does get
understand.
it.
You guys
No,
don't
you
understand
don't.
me. That's
do
what you guys
understand.
don't understand.
So like Noah,
I understand.
You remember
Noah.
when like Tony Hawk was really big?
Yes.
So like I remember playing like Tony Hawk's
Yes.
or Tony Hawk's American Wasteland. And
Yeah.
you were like, wow, look at the graphics,
Yeah.
they're great. But then you look at them now and they
Yeah.
look like Atari.
they look like Atari, and
Yeah.
then also we
No,
have
nothing looks
things
like
like
Atari.
like Skate 3.
All right, Skate 3 is crazy
was
good.
great.
So let me tell you a
And
story.
hopefully a Skate 4.
Let me tell you a
one
story.
day.
When we were balling when I was a kid. Truth is,
I've
we're-
heard about it.
No, yeah, we're poor as shit. But my dad,
But he was richer than me.
that could that's
why
probably
that's
true.
how you got the girl, man.
That's probably
Richer
true.
than me.
Yeah. But literally, so there was a game deck that was called Odyssey.
Oh yeah.
This was
yeah.
like way back. This is Pong days.
I didn't
right?
even know anybody
so
who had it.
Odyssey, yeah, you can look at Odyssey. I don't know if it's, I mean, if you look at Odyssey like 1975 or something like that, I don't even know.
You know it's right there, dude.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's it, man. That's it.
I know this one. My
You
friend's
had that?
brother had it.
So, but this is the far advanced one. This is like fucking.
This
you
is
know,
the
this
real
This
one.
is like, yeah, that's the original right there. That's the original
The
right there.
Magnavox.
And listen to this, man. Literally, you would tape a cellophane thing on
Onto
top
the
of the TV.
TV.
That's how you would change the background. You would tape it onto the TV like a
So
clear
crazy.
thing. You would change the background. That's how you would change the game.
What?
You would change the game
That's
by.
how technology was back.
You would
in the
I don't
literally.
even get it. I literally can't even imagine that.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to change the game? Put some duct tape on the fucking screen.
Yeah, seriously. That,
Tape
you would
a new
literally-
screen up on
Yep,
your TV.
Yep, the backdrop you would literally tape
Oh
on.
wait, I think that shows you like 3 different panels right there.
Yeah, it probably shows you 3 different
It's like that,
panels.
like what it was like,
Yeah, essentially that's what it was like.
and you would put those on the
You
screen.
would put those on the screen. You
and
would
how
actually
would it
ta-
change the game?
Well, because it was just the game was just like a ball. So
Yeah.
it could be Pong, it could be
No.
Pong, it could be whatever.
That's exactly.
Oh my
That's
god,
the-
you guys are old.
That's the origin.
There's look
Yeah,
at
you
all
can
those
see-
ones.
Yeah, look at. Yeah, click on any of that. Right
On the left. Oh my
No,
god.
that's it right there.
Those are
we
the
had
ma-
those. That was tennis, and
Oh my god.
Put
Hockey.
those on the TV.
you would put those on the
That's
TV.
incredible.
There's a
man.
racetrack.
Yep,
Yeah,
that's
he
right,
was
right.
rich, man, because I didn't even know anybody who had this
Yeah,
shit.
and the truth is my dad. My dad borrowed it from a friend, so we only had it for like 2 days.
Hey, but
You only got
those
through
were
2 screens.
amazing 2 days.
Oh, it was amazing, you know.
Wow. That's incredible.
See,
Yep.
we've come a long way.
And like kids nowadays are like, I hate this game.
I
And it's
know.
like, dude, it's like this game is better than anything anyone's ever
Let me
experienced.
tell you, this Animal Crossing is the shit.
Yes, yeah.
So there's a new game that came out. Wow, it's so crazy. Half-Life.
Half-Life's
Okay.
an oldie.
Yeah, but it just came out.
came out with a new one?
Yeah, and they've held this back.
For like
For-
20 years.
Oh, pretty much. Yeah,
What
pretty
is the
much. I
game?
think the last one might have came out in 2000 or 99. And so, and they've been waiting for.
Elix, is it called? Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's the new one. And this one's in VR. Yeah, look at the last one came out in 2004. And they were like, "Oh yeah, we're never releasing another one of these ever again."
wow.
But
and
so
then
many people play it on the computer,
rumors,
PC
yeah.
and stuff, you know?
Exactly. There was like rumors like, "Oh, there might be another one coming. There might
Yeah.
be another one coming." And then they were like,
So what's
"Yep,
the
we're
game?
dropping it." It's
You're like a
literally-
scientist.
It's like it's so impossible
yeah.
to
It's
explain.
really
it.
weird.
Might even not even explain it.
that's fine.
But we can give you some back history. Is that basically a lot of games use the Half-Life engine
yeah.
to run their game.
Like
now.
Fallout or
Okay, so basically this is like it's like revolutionary. Like this
Okay.
game that just came out is gonna
Yeah.
like change the VR world forever.
Wow.
Just the same way that Half-Life
Half-Life did in
2
2004.
changed this wave of gaming forever. Like
Well, that's cool, man. That's
Yeah.
cool. And yo, Jay. Okay, I'm going to bend your guys' mind for
Oh,
a second
God.
here. Okay, me and
right,
Jay were
yeah.
talking about
Bender.
this. So we're obviously sheltered in place. Let's say, even though we're not, but we are. Supposed to be. anyways. Allegedly. So a lot of people are now immersing themselves in virtual reality tours and FaceTiming and doing all this other stuff. Is this maybe how the simulation started? The simulation that we're in right now, that we're not really living this life, this virus is just part of the simulation.
Oh.
Is this how it
That's-
started? We started to close ourselves in and start to virtually live, and now we are you know what I'm saying?
It's not that crazy. Trust me, you know, Lori.
See what I'm
I don't mess with crazy shit.
Is this the most retarded thing you ever?
I think it's possible. I think it's possible.
All right, hold on. Think about it like this. One day, if there's no nuclear war or something, we'll eventually create virtual reality that's as real as real life, right?
That's true. That
has to be true.
That's science.
But let
So-
me just tell you, if I'm creating a virtual reality, this isn't it.
Well, it's not you creating. You're playing a game. You know, you're creating. You know, you're in a
I wouldn't
you're
play
in a
this game.
simulation.
Some people
wouldn't
get
play
it. Some
this
people
game.
just don't
So
get it, dude.
I've dibbled and dabbled in this,
The VR,
right? You know, it's came across my mind plenty of times that I'm not living a real life.
Oh,
Yeah.
100%.
But what I've decided to do is to ignore those thoughts.
Oh, it's not a
and to
bad
not
thing.
Yeah, I'm
care.
not saying that we should think about it heavily.
So you're talking
or
like
care.
Matrix
I'm just
kind of?
the
Yeah.
Matrix type stuff. So the
Yeah.
point is that if it was a Matrix thing where we're living in a simulation, this is maybe how it started. You know, because we need social distancing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but
because
and
we can't
people-
trust being around other people.
People are going outside more.
I
though.
think.
Well, right
yeah,
now,
I
but
think
what if
it's
this? Listen, it's like we've said all the time, right? Or not all the time. In the last 10 days seems like it's been forever. right?
Forever, dude.
But let's
days.
so in the last 10 days, a lot of people have said this. You know, hey, if this isn't the end, this is a great warm up. Right? This may not be Armageddon, but we just went through a hell of a trial run. You know, like it's coming. Maybe 1,000 years from now, maybe 10,000 or 100,000. I have no idea, but we all know that this eventually. So let's say COVID was MERS, but airborne
Yeah.
with a 34% death rate instead of a 1% death rate. And there's, you know, you see what I'm saying? Like we could, or if there was a
Yeah.
huge 90% Ebola outbreak, you know,
Yeah.
this could happen. So my point is, at that point, people wouldn't be going outside because they'd be like, holy shit, man, I've got a 1 in 4 chance of living, or maybe a 1 in 10 chance of living at best.
like some people are thinking it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's not funny. I mean, trust me. I mean, you know, again, I know you
So
guys.
what were you
are,
getting
know,
at?
So no, my point is that maybe that's a step of like we have to social distance, and as we social distance, we build this reality that we live in our rooms as opposed to live out on the streets.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, I realize that's a far fetch. I'm just saying it's something to think about.
I know what you're saying. I think some people already live that.
Right.
We know a couple people.
Yeah, we have family that live that.
Yeah. But they don't really live. They still know they're in that room.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Eventually, you could get so
Imagine
good
that.
with the. You could
That'd
get
be
so
crazy, huh?
You could get
What
so
is
good with.
tickling me?
I don't know.
It's me, my
You
bad.
could get
Wire.
The wire.
you could get so good with virtual reality that you literally don't know you're in a virtual
Well, I
reality.
think
Yeah.
it's like that movie. Once you actually, if you were actually doing VR stuff all the time and you're living
Yeah.
in that stuff, then
Let me tell you, even so, my sister has a VR, and I went over there and I played this little cartoon game where I was just fixing a car,
Same.
Yeah.
a cartoon car,
Yeah.
and I forgot that I was a
Yeah.
human.
it's
Well,
crazy.
it's funny.
I was
And you're talking about
a shitty game.
And you're talking about similar graphics to like what they were just talking about with the Odyssey, right? 'Cause
Yeah.
one day
It was,
it'll be
well,
as
it
good
was,
as.
it
Yeah.
was better than that,
But-
but it was
no,
not
yeah,
in
amazing.
comparison,
no,
yeah.
this is what he's saying is
It's in
that
comparison.
what we have now
Yeah.
is your Atari for
Yeah.
the future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
That Atari
So
VR,
one day we'll
right.
look back and be
You're like,
like, wow,
wow.
those graphics stunk, but now it feels
Yeah.
real.
Yeah,
You know?
and I think, I think that's I remember the first time I did VR was actually at Playlist. I think
Yeah.
it was.
Oh,
or
Get out.
VidCon
Playlist.
or
No,
Playlist.
it was
Playlist.
Playlist, yeah.
Yeah, and literally you're
Yeah,
like
me
you're
and you
running
did
around
it.
like an idiot, like, and you forget people are watching you.
Yeah.
And you look like an idiot. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? Because you're
But it's
flailing around
crazy
and
because
stuff
it's
like that. Yeah.
literally
Exactly.
all around
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
you,
It's
yeah.
like you
You
literally
lose yourself. Yeah.
you don't think about the real world
Yeah.
because you're so
Yeah.
obsessed with
Yeah.
the
Enveloped.
virtual.
Let's see. Raphael said, "Do you guys have a bucket list?
Oh,
What's
wait.
your What's your bucket
You've
list?"
got, well, wait. You've got a
Bucket
book
list.
for your bucket list that you got for Christmas
Yeah.
that you haven't filled out.
I know.
Because he's living the dream, baby.
It's supposed to be.
Yeah, I'm going to work on that.
But what? So okay.
If I
real
live through
quick-
this, I'm gonna
real
work on that.
quick, let's just say, okay, what would be your number one thing you would add to that? Like
The bucket
think about-
list?
yeah.
Betty White.
I'll be honest with you.
Betty White. What the fuck?
So there's
He
a
wants
couple.
to meet Betty
I
White.
know.
Oh yeah, no, Betty White's, but
No,
that
this
wouldn't
is-
that wouldn't
this
be
is- yeah, this is
I think
different.
with me and you, our bucket list. I think I want to go to the pyramids of Egypt. I really do. I mean, that's like That's like really, really high up on my list.
I've always wanted to do that too. My grandma and grandpa went, and
Yeah.
and she used to. I had a charm bracelet from when I was a kid, and they traveled a lot. And I have one with a little pyramid when they went to.
That's
Egypt.
cool.
So
That's awesome.
It's always been.
I want to. I want to sit in the IHOP.
Right, I
and
was
look out and
just
see
was
the Pizza Hut.
gonna say
Yeah,
that,
Pizza Hut. I want to
and
sit
look
in the
at
Pizza
those
Hut.
pyramids.
And see, Mike, our boy, the jeweler guy,
Wait,
said.
I thought we were all doing our bucket
Oh,
list.
go
Yeah,
ahead,
let me just
Noah.
do this real quick.
Okay.
And then you go. So Mike, our friend, the jeweler guy, said, just woke up late to the podcast. Yeah, I had a thought that this was a simulation the other day. I don't remember what I was doing, but it stuck out. See, it. He knows.
It
He
happens.
knows.
I do think that sometimes, or mostly in the past. I stopped thinking about it because it was
doesn't change the fact
it
that
was
we're here and we
stressing
should
me
live
out.
the good life.
exactly why I stopped thinking about it because I was stressing myself out like everything I'm doing is for no reason. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
It
Just
already it is, but it's fine.
Make my own reason.
yeah, exactly. It's meaningful for you.
Okay.
So what's your bucket
My
list?
bucket list is very similar to my mother's. Okay, you said that when you were young, that all you wanted was a family and some kids. I would love. My goal in life is to live long enough to be able to have kids.
Oh my
and
God.
Yes,
Have
I'm so excited.
a wife and stuff like that.
Grandkids,
And then-
yes.
Yeah.
That's probably one of
I
my
want to be
biggest
that
goals.
grandma.
Well, I think yeah. I mean,
What? The, I don't think I really.
I'm so confused.
Here's the thing. I know my dad. He's not in it right now. You're not in it.
Yeah.
So it's okay
Yeah.
though.
It's
What's
all
on your
right.
bucket list?
It's on my bucket list.
yeah. It's hard for me to get my mind off feeling shitty. You know what I mean? It's like I'm so like.
Well, I tell you what, I mean, we already, like, the number one thing was Italy that we did.
Yeah,
but,
that was awesome.
honestly, like, I'm really looking forward to going back with
Sure.
my brother
Yeah.
and sister-in-law.
That'll be
because,
cool.
Because,
Yeah.
no, like, you know what I mean? That's huge for them, and I'm going to love so much doing that.
Yeah.
I know, like,
And you know this-
number
yeah.
2 on my list was Greece.
Yeah. I think Greece.
So
is, yeah,
that's
Greece would
another
be a big one.
place
Yeah.
that I've always loved and thought, oh, if I'm gonna move somewhere, it's gonna be there, right by the water. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'd also, the pyramids. Like,
Yeah.
there's a lot of cool places, and that's it's funny because there's a lot of places like. You've traveled a lot more than I have
Yes.
because between the business and really more so the kids, I've stayed home.
Right.
And now that obviously you guys are grown,
Yeah. It's time to travel.
now now I feel like I am more able to see some of the places that I
Yeah.
wanted to see. Not that, like I said, the other thing on my thing, I can't wait. I mean, obviously you.
I'm
Jade
gonna
even
wait.
more knows that I can't wait to be a grandma. No pressure, and you
All
guys
I'm
do
s-
it in your own time. But let me tell you, when that shit happens, holy shit! Like,
All I'm saying
I'm
is,
all in.
Jade's 8 years older than me.
I know.
Look to her, not me.
I know.
I still
And
wanna live
I
my
certainly
life.
don't expect it from you first. But
Well,
when
let's
that
hope, yeah.
happens,
No,
I'm going to be
fuck,
all
dude,
in
she's
on that.
fucking me right now. She's gonna be like, she's saying all this stuff, like kind of like twisting, holding her fingers behind her back, like, please don't have kids. Again, no kids,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But if it happens, I'm okay.
Oh God,
No,
I'm
actually,
not.
no,
I'm
no.
fucked.
I would not. Like, obviously, you guys do your thing. I've always said that.
I live in
know,
your
and
house.
obviously, Jade's a little older. I've never pressed, you know what I mean? Everybody's got to pick their own way.
Sure. No.
We had our kids early, but
I'm
that's certainly
excited,
not
though.
more for.
I would
it'll be
love
interesting.
to.
I do miss having kids. I mean, I guess that's why the
Our
Reptarium's
whole
awesome
family
too,
is in
'cause
that
it's-
cycle to where, like, we really don't have very many little kids.
Right.
And then the few, we have one that's younger, but she's all the
Far.
way in Traverse City, like 5.5 hours
Mm-hmm.
away, so we don't get to see her. So that makes it a little bit more, but
No. Have you seen the movie Gamer? If not, check it out. Have you seen?
we
Have
see
you
it?
heard? I don't.
I've never even heard of it.
I
I've
don't
never
know what
heard
it
of
is.
it. I've never heard of it. I'll have to check
All
that
right.
out. Ready
Put it
Player
on our
One
list.
was a really good game.
yes,
Yeah,
that's
that
the
was
one
yeah.
when you were talking about the VR.
Capo says, "Hey, Barczyk family, love your vlog. Stay safe.
Thank
Yes, let's
you
hope we
so
can all stay
much.
safe and
Appreciate it.
everyone stay safe out there, please. You guys. We don't want anything stupid to happen. We want this thing to go away, and the quicker we can kind of socially distance, the quicker this can go away. Hopefully. So let's see. Being a grandmother is amazing, Lori.
I
you'll love it.
I know I'm gonna love it. There's no doubt about that.
I think I'll lose you for most of the time, you know. Like if Jade, our daughter, lives 2 hours away, Lori's never going to be here. She's going to be in Grand Rapids all the time. Me and Noah are going to have the bachelor pad here in Detroit.
Well, I'll probably be moved out by then.
Yeah, that might be the case.
This is good. It says
Lori against Carol Baskin celebrity
boxing.
Are you kidding me?
Oh
I'll
my
beat the shit out of that.
Oh my
like,
God.
Are you kidding me?
Oh, let's not start. Let's
do
start.
I don't have
Jesus.
any beef with her, but please.
Did you see what she did? She dismantled Joe Exotic legally. So let's not get a
talk
lawsuit
about
from.
her.
I have
let's not
no
get a
problems
lawsuit.
with her, but on a one-on-one, I beat her ass.
he goes, stop.
Honestly, like I don't want big cat problems.
I don't want big cat beef.
Nah,
No big cat beef,
And
baby.
we don't do cats, so we're
I'm
good.
good.
But it is interesting. I think animal people as a whole, though, are
Different
unique.
breed.
Yeah, and there is all these like it's weird. You know, don't get me wrong. Like that doco series is a little bit different because you have people that have hugely different philosophies on things. What's weird, and we can only relate to what happens in the reptile world, but it's interesting how you can have people that have the exact same philosophy that hate each other and will do anything they can do to derail each other.
know.
And that's what's really weird is like, I don't understand when you have similar passions, how you can want someone to fail. And I think this goes to what I say about success a lot is that someone else succeeding or failing doesn't have anything to do with you succeeding or failing. So it's really easy for us to, and as a social media person and a YouTuber and stuff like that, it's very easy for me to see another animal channel performing well and then get a little bit down like, oh my God, why are they doing so well and I'm not doing as well? But the truth is that I shouldn't feel that way because their success, I should be, and I've tried to do this over the last year more than ever. It's like I look towards other people that are successful and I'm happy for them. I'm not jealous of them anymore. I'm like, because I realize they can be successful and I can be successful and we can coexist.
We can be successful.
But I think that as human nature, I think we all have an issue with that.
I agree.
And it is hard, you know.
Because I think the same exact thing. Because, again, I believe what you just said with the we can all be successful.
Yeah.
But my dumb human brain
The monkey brain,
still
yeah.
can't fucking process it. Like, I'll see something and I will get jealous for a little bit. Like, I'll look at it and be like, damn, like, I wish that was me. Right?
Sure.
But then I snap myself out of it. I'm like, okay, calm down. Like, yes, of course you wish that, but that doesn't mean you have to hate the person that has that.
No, right, yeah. Someone's success shouldn't be something you should. You can be envious of him. You shouldn't be jealous of him. And and you can say, gosh, you know, I wish I could be successful. And then you can even try to see why are they successful? Can I somehow, you know, change my way and learn from what they've done?
Yeah.
And sometimes with social media, it's difficult because there doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to it.
Well, the
you can
truth
have,
of the matter
you know,
is multiple people can be successful
Sure.
at the same time. And that's the problem is people feel like it's like a race, like, oh no, I have to be better. When the truth is you can both be good
And with
and it can be okay.
like social media too, it's crazy because like you said, well, I don't know if you said this, but we said it in the past, where you can't recreate something that did well
right.
and expect it to do the same.
No,
For
it's
some
weird,
reason, there's like, with me, the 24-hour challenge videos, those always do well, knock on wood.
Sure.
But there's been videos in the past where like they do really well, and I'm like, okay, let's recreate it.
Yeah.
Do like the same kind of thumbnail kind of thing.
Yeah.
Flops. It's like
Well,
weird. And so what I'm trying to get at is, yes, use other people for inspiration, but you can't copy them
No, you
because
can't
it will
copy 'em.
never
Yeah,
work.
no.
It
Gotta
can't
do your own
work.
twist
And
on
and
it.
the thing is that you're right. What happens is, and you know, Jay and I talk about this a lot, obviously, because we're social media guys. Is that for the vlog, and what happens is you can put a video out, like let's say, you know, giant anaconda eats a pig, and like it'll get 1 million views, and then you do that same video again, and it dumbs the thing down. So like snake egg cutting is a great example.
For sure.
You know, we'll do a snake egg cutting video every day. Like there's a period of time for a 2.5 month period where almost every day there's a 2 or 3 minute segment of us cutting eggs. And in the beginning, it goes viral, and afterwards people just get it's desensitized.
Desensitized, yeah.
And then someone else has one clutch of eggs.
Yeah.
And it gets 2-3 million views.
I love
because
that.
it's the only egg cutting they've done all year.
Yeah.
So their audience is like, oh my gosh, they just hatched out, something that's really normal.
Yeah.
But to them, it's very exciting. But for me, I'm hatching out a world's first, and people are like, he did that 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
it's like
literally.
that's what happens. It's like and you have to understand that. That's so. I think that's the hardest part, in particular, about being a daily vlogger, is how to tell a story 7 days a week that is very similar.
And not only 7 days a week, but 365 days a year. That's not the same.
4 years.
Without getting people, for years. It's like I've said, between Animal Bites TV or Snake Bites TV and the vlog, I've told every reptile-related story I can tell. There's nothing more I can do, So now I have to bring my life into it, my philosophies into it, and that's some people are gonna like that, and other people aren't gonna like that. And the hard part, and people that are watching may not understand how social media works, is that your channel can be cruising along. Like we had a great 6-7 weeks, this last 6-7 weeks. Every video is 130, 150, 200,000 views, every single video. And then all of a sudden 2 days ago, 60,000.
Same.
Like out of nowhere. It just went from 130 to 60 in one day. Now, it may come back. It may not come back. I don't know. But it's like you almost can't worry about those things. You just got to keep on going. But you have to also try to continue to recreate yourself. I think Shane Dawson is a great example of recreating himself on YouTube, where, he went from this to this to this to this and ultimately does it.
The other thing, too, is that, nobody knows the key.
Right.
We all have little pieces of the key that we use for our own success.
Yeah.
But honestly, you can find your own pieces by just experimenting. Because what we do, I don't know about you, but I'm pretty sure we're the same, is like when I upload, pretty much what I'm doing is experimenting.
Sure.
Like, okay, let's see if this video works, right? Put it out there. Okay, let's see if this one works. And that one didn't do well.
And then also listening to your people that support you.
And you learn from your losses. That's a common thing, but it's so true. Your losses teach you so much about what to do next to win.
Yeah.
It's true. It's very true. Like, just keep trying.
Yeah. But it is hard in that world because you don't have the control that we have. Like in business, whether it be breeding reptiles or the reptarium, we can throw stuff at the wall, and if it doesn't work, we can change and we can adapt. With YouTube, you can change and adapt, and sometimes it just doesn't work, and it's frustrating. Really quick, I've got Eric says, 5-year-old son William and I love your guys. Can you give him a shout out? Hey, what's up, dude?
Thank you, William.
How are you, William? What's going on? Joshua says, my son is excited for the tour next Wednesday. Thanks, Lori, for the help. So yeah, awesome. I look forward to it as well next Wednesday for you guys. So thanks, guys, for all the super chats. Thanks, guys, for all the chats. I see Anna saying Dawson is one of my favorites. That's from May.
I know he needs to upload more.
Yeah,
he had that good run where he was uploading like those hour-long episodes, like little series.
Yeah. Well, then
they were so great, and then I don't know what happened, but
he went to and listen, we know we've we met and done some videos with Shane and did his podcast once, which was really fun. So Shane's number one's a really nice guy off camera, really nice, genuine person. I really like him a tremendous amount. But he did the doco series that were wildly successful with Jeffree Star and Jake Paul and even the conspiracy one that did very well. Now he seems to have went to jewelry or to makeup, right? And that seems to be he's making millions of dollars on makeup right now with Jeffree Star. Yeah. Him and Jeffree Star have partnered up.
Damn.
And I think they even, he even started a new channel that, can you,
no, you're right. He did start a new channel.
It doesn't matter, Jay.
Okay. So this is weird, but let me know what you think about it. Is that I think he messed up a little bit. Mm-hmm. As much as, yes, he's making millions or whatever.
Yeah.
You lost me. You lost people like me that we have nothing to do with makeup.
Right.
There's never a day where I'm looking up makeup videos or using a makeup product.
Right.
I was a fan,
but
now he stopped serving up videos for me, so I don't watch anymore.
Yeah, it's a tough thing,
know?
It's a tough thing, I mean, part of you says, well, good for him for finding something
Right.
that's going to financially put him into a position
Right.
for whatever. And listen,
Then you
Shane's an
lose some
OG,
crowd.
right? Yeah, it's hard, I always, think that it's hard to judge somebody because you don't know what's in their head.
Yeah.
He's been YouTubing for 14 years.
Yeah.
Consistently. Maybe it's just he's at that point where he needs to
There's
calm
also
down.
another thing too, where like you can never please everybody.
Right.
Oh, that's
So
that's
there,
what I was
that
thinking. Yeah.
that's another thing. But it sucks because I do love and like his old videos.
Well,
and
it's like
stuff,
when
but,
a
I mean, I guess
band-
I could still watch them.
When like you like a band or a musician or something, they put out an album and you're like, damn, I love this. This is my favorite album of all time. But
Yeah.
then they put out another one and they're trying to evolve, but it's not what you like anymore.
Yeah.
And I've seen
That's
that
true.
happen tons of times, and you
Yeah.
can't blame the artist for trying to make something new,
No,
Yeah.
and that's the thing. I mean, and you don't know
That's
what's
true.
in person's head, and I mean, obviously,
Yeah.
we've been on the side of being, had people being critical about our decisions for years, and
yeah,
so it's hard to say, but yeah, I mean, I think evolving is important in all walks. I think anyone, whether you're in business or social or whatever you do, if you're not evolving, you're dying. And someone told me an interesting thing about YouTube, and I know I don't want to bore everyone about YouTube here tonight, but if you guys, what does that say? Shout out to Creatures Realm. Hey, Creatures Realm. Just picking out a couple chats here and there. But so what ends up happening is, like, let's say, and I'll just use us as an example, because that's what I know. So, Snake Bites TV was really the first real reptile consistent show on YouTube. I mean, there was no one else. I mean, Viper Keeper had, he put out videos every now and then, but whatever, completely different situation there. So we were the first kind of consistent show that was whatever. Well, we grew pretty well back in the day in 2008 and stuff like that. And then, it's like I've said, one of the reasons why, one of many reasons I don't go to reptile shows is that I used to go to reptile shows to film them, right? Now there's 100 people filming the reptile show. So I'm like,
It's
why?
pretty funny.
Yeah, I mean, everywhere you look, there's someone with a camera filming.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, well, why would I want to tell the same story as the other 100 people telling the exact same story? Because there's not enough cool stories in a reptile show to really make it interesting. It's like, hey, I'm at the reptile show, here's some cool animals, and we're having a good time, Well, that's every other person is telling that same story. That's not to say you couldn't get creative and try to tell, but I just don't have an interest in that. So my point is that as you grow, people start to emulate you and copy you, and they slowly pick away, and it dissolves the interest in the initial thing, right? And so at that point, you'll start to see an erosion of following, because now the same number of people want to see this content, but now they have 100 people to choose from.
Yeah.
And they may like
they
your
might be better than you.
they might be better than you, and they might even like you just as much as the other ones, but now there's something new,
Right.
And so they're like, hey, I'm going to go check out this new thing. And and so there's a couple things I think about that. Number one, you should always evolve. That's why we started daily vlogging. That's quite frankly a big reason why I wanted to start podcasting. This is to me the next evolution of who I am. Will I still vlog? Yeah, maybe forever. I have no idea. But podcasting is the next evolution of my career, in my opinion. I hope everyone that's watching thinks the same, and it will grow. I hope.
Yeah.
Because I mean, obviously, we're very blessed with what we have now, but I would like it to be way bigger at one point. I'm not going to lie about it.
Of course.
And so I think that's the evolution, right? And the thing is with like the reptile world is that there's been a lot of reptile podcasts, but we're not a reptile podcast. I mean, obviously we've been talking for an hour and 41 minutes and we've hardly talked about reptiles. And that's not to mean we aren't going to talk about reptiles, not to mean that once this virus thing is over, we're not going to have reptile people on or people from any walk of life. But my point is that you have to evolve because of the erosion of interest and just the timing, right? And that's why we went from Snake Bites to daily vlogging. It's because we were the only real reptile daily vloggers, and I think we still are. I don't think anyone daily vlogs, but I think still after 3.5 years, maybe there's a little bit of like erosion there where people like, I mean, it's cool, but I've seen Brian every day for 7 days for 3.5 years. I'm ready to go watch someone else now or something.
True.
So there's that. So you could either sit there and go, why is no one watching my stuff? Or you can
change.
evolve into something to give people more. And I hope that this platform is now showing a glimpse into our lives which is what the vlog was always supposed to be about anyways, on a much deeper level than a 15-minute produced, edited type of thing, I hope
show
that
how
makes,
scattered our brains are a little
well,
bit.
yeah, I mean, sure it will, but at least people get to know who you really are, Yeah, but
Oh yeah, for
That
sure. I
is a
agree.
fact.
No, I agree.
Very scattered.
would be a first good big snake for an educational program. Definitely, I think Burmese Python. Unfortunately, 13-foot max.
13, yeah. Probably
So
a boa.
I don't know if you can get
Yeah.
up. I mean, if you could, is that so? There's some laws say if a snake will ever get 13 foot, you can't keep it. Other ones say that they could, as long as they don't get, like if you have a 10-foot Burmese Python, even though they can get 15 foot, it's still under 13 foot. But like New York has a law that says like you can't keep one even if 20 years from now it gets over 6 foot, you can't keep it.
Yeah.
So it depends on the law.
It
If the
really
law
does.
is, if you can get a male Burm and keep it under 13 foot, which is completely doable, I think that's the way to go. If not, you have a boa is about the only choice you have.
Josh, I need to have Beth add more. Well, let me just tell you, I'm the one who adds them. And yes, I am working on this week. By the end of the week, there will be more ball pythons on.
Why does this
females
guy-
and males.
Why does this guy Josh have a picture of his ass in the mirror as his
Oh, he
profile
does,
picture?
dude.
Is
It's
that
his-
what it is?
It's his back and his ass
I
in
am
the
s-
mirror.
I'm
Don't
s-
zoom
That's
in.
not his actual ass, though.
Yeah, it is. Look at that. You can see crack. You can see
I
crack.
don't have my glasses on, and
All
I'm
right,
happy
Josh.
about that,
Josh.
There's a little
But
crack in there.
there
Tighten
will
that up,
be-
boy.
There will be
Boy.
more ball
All right.
pythons on the site by the end of
Josh,
the week. Tomorrow I'm going to be working.
There you go,
back-
Josh. I mean, I'm all about guys
Patch
that are
that
confident,
crack.
Patch
He's
the
a-
crack and wax that back. Let me tell you. Oh my God, that thing was shining.
He's probably
It
a
was
plumber.
shining.
He's probably a plumber.
Yeah, she got shiny crack.
I don't know. I mean, it's a hard thing to say. So
Crazy.
let's take a few questions before
Yeah,
we
for
get
sure.
out of here and I go rest. Get some. Can I get some chicken soup tonight?
Oh,
Can I get that or what?
Yeah, that's fine.
Across the
Jeff
street has
asked if
fire.
we can arm wrestle. Let's talk about this.
You want to?
I have an erratic fear,
Irrational. fear.
Irrational
irrational fear
Yes.
of arm wrestling.
Really?
with me or
Why do you think it's
anybody?
gonna break?
Because of
It's gonna break your
I'm
arm?
scared of my arm breaking.
Yeah.
I know I won't do it. I
No.
haven't done it in years because I've
Well,
watched YouTube videos
Oh, they're
where the
scary.
arms break in the
I-
professional contest.
Exactly. Well, I'm
Well, that's
not a
different, yeah.
professional.
That's why
I'm
it's,
not gonna
I
break
call
your
it
arm.
irrational.
Yeah, it is
Because
irrational.
I have this fear where I can't arm wrestle anymore because
Yeah.
I'm scared.
What?
That's reasonable.
So somebody questioned about our mangroves,
And you would
so
win.
obviously, I took I took over some different sections, and we have a handful of mangroves. Are you planning on keeping those, or are they going to some be for sale?
I want to have the largest collection of mangroves. In the world.
so yes, they will be for sale.
My goal is to have
No.
more mangroves in Southeast Asia.
That's ridiculous.
I want to have a mangrovarium.
The Mangrove King.
The man.
The Mangrove King coming to Netflix. Coming to Netflix next year, baby. Mangrove King. You heard it here first.
We
man.
got to get you a gun and like a cowboy hat or something.
I'm going to start walking around with a gun.
Wait,
though.
we got you a
I am.
cowboy hat. We're halfway there.
Can we,
yeah.
Can we at least start tomorrow with the eyeliner? Because
Yes,
Oh, I'm going to
please.
start
saying,
that. and-
I've
The
got a
guy
color-
liner?
I've got a color that would really make your eyes
Oh
pop.
man, I'm in.
Jade is the one to ask.
You had me on eyeliner. I'm in.
Open a BHB in Canada.
This is a good one.
O'Brien asking if we could have chicken strips.
Chicken soup is a
Chicken
food.
strips.
Chicken strip. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry. I'm definitely struggling a little bit, guys. I apologize about it. I'm
Hey, Jones
mentally
family.
not there.
Fuck off.
Yeah, I know, right? Yeah.
Oh
Trust me. Jones family, I'm not that kind of guy.
I didn't
but
come
I
out of a
appreciate-
I
penis.
might have balls, but I don't have a penis.
I don't go
That
that,
was a
way.
good one.
Not that there's anything wrong with that, but that's not me.
But I
I'm not
don't.
interested in that. Yeah, she is a mother of two.
I don't get this.
And you cannot have birth through a penile.
No. I
I-
am
you
not
know,
the
I don't
first.
know.
I don't think you can
No,
push
you
a penis,
can't. Not yet.
a baby out of
Not yet.
penis.
It depends how small the baby is.
Not yet.
Well, technically, we push babies out our penis, but
yeah, that's true. That's
but
true.
differently.
Jeez.
What?
The seed.
Just don't
The
worry about it, Lord.
Oh my god.
I don't know what this
you
means.
need
It
to
just
just
says
shut
20.
the hell up.
Okay, so 20.
Thank you, Richard.
But I'm so
Richards.
confused.
Hey,
Richards.
Critchards, I think he's crip.
Richards.
He's cripping.
That's all right. That's cool, man. Let's see.
cool.
Are you still
Hey,
thinking of
we
making a
support all
reptarium in
gangs.
China? You never know. There's going to be another. Yeah, I mean, obviously, so we applied for permits in China.
But clearly everything has ceased and desist.
Yeah, clearly China. The last thing China wants right now is a
Is a
zoo.
reptile.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
A hands-on reptile
Yeah,
zoo.
no.
Really?
Yeah,
I don't think it's gonna fly,
So
man.
right now it's down the bottom of the pile.
Yeah, no, they actually
That's
literally
strange.
they did turn the permits down. It was right when the coronavirus was exploding, and they shut all animal stuff down. So it wasn't just us; it was like no way. And they did say reapply next year.
Yeah.
We'll have to see. I don't know. I mean, that's right now. That's the furthest thing from my mind is worrying about that. If it's meant to be, it'll happen down the road. But I won't even. If I can't talk about 3.0 till 2001,
Right.
I'm not even going to think about talking about China until mid 2001, maybe in 2002.
2021.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
it's
You
fine.
said it
2021,
twice. So it's let it go the first time.
Yeah.
but
So happy about this.
yeah, I'm fine
But
with
this
that.
is until tomorrow, where he comes in. He's like, honestly, seriously, I think we should make one in China. For sure.
I-
Yeah, exactly. Tomorrow everything changed.
The
Once
white-
you feel better,
The
you'll
white,
be like,
yeah, the whiteboard
The
just
chicken soup.
Yeah, the
chicken soup will help.
Chicken sip mood. Hopefully,
chicken
will-
strip.
The chicken strip mood.
Someone said, when's Lori starting her vlog? When you starting the vlog, Mom?
Oh yeah, that's Cindy.
Huh?
Huh?
When you starting to
Eh.
vlog, that could be.
Oh.
That could be. Yours would be like Joe Exotic though. That's what your vlog would be.
I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Excuse me.
That's, she says that probably 10 times a day. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill this bitch.
Your mom literally like will yell at things when no one's in the room.
Nobody's
not a
in the
person in
room.
the
Wait.
She just
and then-
fucking hits something. Bang!
And then today, Jay was stuck in the bathroom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
And he
that's
sent
a
you
good-
a pic, or he sent you like, "Hey, can you help me?" And you're like, "Turn the knob." Like, you didn't even go help the kid.
So let's just explain this a little bit.
Yeah.
So we have a bathroom that is pretty funny here at BHB.
Yeah.
It's the BHB bathroom and back, and
funny.
it's
You
pretty
get
funny because
stuck.
It's
Oh,
great.
You shut
for
the
some
door
reason
too.
I have never gotten stuck in
Me
the
neither.
bathroom, and I've shut the door 100%
I mean,
all the way.
I've had to yank a couple
Well, you have
times.
to, but every
like,
time I've
yeah.
had to yank, I've yanked it over.
Me too,
But
me
we've had,
too.
we've had
I've never
other
got
people.
stuck in.
Yeah, we've had people, and today the other Jay.
I am helping Brian do a virtual tour, and I get a text saying, "Hey,
I can't get out of the bathroom.
are you doing a tour? I'm stuck in the bathroom and I can't get out." And I'm like, "Okay, so pull the knot, turn and pull really hard." And he sends me a video.
Have you been trying?
Him trying. His foot is on the wall
Oh
as
my
he's
gosh.
trying to pull, and I was like,
Oh my gosh.
"Try harder."
Oh my gosh. We had the funniest thing is we had this and I'm not going to mention names, but there was a guy and his son. His son was maybe 13, 14, something like that. I don't know exactly something like that, but they came to visit. And do you remember, Jay, exactly how that went down? It was like the dad was up front talking, and the kid went back to go to the bathroom.
I actually
and it was
wasn't
like,
here
Oh, okay.
for that. Was
So
I
it-
remember.
Yeah,
I was
so
here.
so it was like, gosh, at least 25 minutes. At least
least.
25 minutes, and we're thinking like, man, that kid's got to be having a hard time
Yeah.
right now. Something's going down.
Yeah.
And then Eric actually heard like this little thing. Hey, help me! Is anyone out there?
That's so fucked up.
This poor kid. This poor kid was literally stuck in a bathroom for 25 minutes.
No, and even when my buddy Anthony came here, everyone was at the
Yeah,
Reptarium.
he got stuck.
Yeah,
he
and
got
I ended up sitting there for like 15 minutes and just filmed it on my phone. 'Cause it's so he's like, I can't believe I got fucking stuck in a bathroom. Like,
Yeah, it's but I've never been stuck.
Me neither.
So thank you for continuing to
that's it.
post the videos daily, Sarah.
my God.
Snake Eye 2001. Hi, I'm from Finland. Just asking why there is no venomous snakes.
We
in the
cannot
Reptarium.
answer that question.
Oh my God.
We're gonna have to talk
Next.
about that, Snake Eye,
In
on 2021.
That's so funny. We have to end it there. It doesn't
Yeah.
get better than that.
Yeah, well, guys, I appreciate you guys so much. Noah, take us out. And by the way,
Yes.
Friday we have a podcast, and hopefully next week I'll still be alive and we'll have a podcast.
You'll be
You'll
alive.
be
Fine.
fine.
You're gonna be
You'll
fine.
fine.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for all the support. Don't forget to subscribe to Checking In Podcast if you haven't already. Subscribe to Checking In Clips as well. If you haven't listened to us in your earbuds, go subscribe on Spotify,
Yep.
Spotify, and Apple freaking Podcasts. Thank you guys for watching. You've been checked in, and we are checking out.
See you guys.
Doses.
See you guys.
Stumbling on my words.